What do you mean, how I want it?
Yeah, you just womp it, and that shit
When you just take
goes.
whompers, it's like, then that's your normal hit. And then it's like,
And then, like, when you hit a little one, it's a nice, like,
You climb into it.
yeah, and it's nice. It's not just boom, you're just throttled.
and I feel like that, it really does take like 15 minutes to feel the full.
No, because even when I hit, like, get high like that, it still takes 15 minutes, because after 15 minutes,
It's like
the anxiety kicks in. That's how I know. Because, like, I'll be whomped and I'll be, like, straight for, like, 15 minutes, and then that shit really kicks in, and then...
you get all anxious.
Yeah, just all anxious for no reason. If I take a little hit, it's nice.
Yeah, it's a little buzz.
That's all it really is good for.
Yeah.
Like, being super zooted isn't even that cool or, like, a great feeling, honestly.
Nah, for real.
But you pop a whole dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because
That's a different type of zooted though.
But I
you just don't like being weed anxious.
I'll agree, like, being super, like, geeked is kind of counterproductive, you know? Like, there's a right amount of geek to where you'll get something great out of it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, same with shrooms.
How much
you
did you do
take
last
too much
night?
shrooms?
Yeah.
I took one half and then another half. So that was pretty. I was listening to lo-fi all night.
Mhm.
I was in super
shrooms.
the bean. But like, you take too much shrooms, you just end up tripping balls and never learning anything really, unless it's super deep shit.
Yeah.
You might hit like a really deep level of yourself, but it's gonna be a challenge because you're just gonna start having a bad trip, and then you gotta get to.
Well, not everybody has bad trips. It's just like.
Well, but to get something out of it,
I know what you
tripping
mean.
absolute
No, I
balls.
know. When you take an eighth, it's like
If
you
you're
can
gonna
either be
learn a
retarded
lesson-
the whole trip,
Exactly.
or you can,
You have to
Or
deal
you
with
can
your inner
actually-
demons as they come out. Like,
Remember,
Or you could be just like,
yeah, you take the right amount of shrooms, like you can just actually think.
Microdosing versus an intense trip.
Like halfway between.
I like two.
But I like intense trips because by the end of the trip, that's when you really like.
Yeah, it's
you
like a
get
whole,
best
like,
of both.
adventure
Yeah, you
trip.
get best of
Yeah,
both. It's legit a whole
I feel-
Adventure.
I can see that with tabs, but shrooms, it's like you take a lot and you just get brain scrambled and it's over.
Nah, I'd be like,
Tabs, like there's a different. Tabs are a way bigger journey. So like I could see where you could eventually.
That's why shrooms are way better, bro. It's like literally half as long as the acid.
If you want to trip balls, I'd say acid is better, but shrooms is better if you just want like to actually trip and like gain something.
Yeah, I feel that.
Just a little 4-hour chill ass, just therapy session.
4 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a good conversation.
if you microdose, it's just like, you can get some shit done.
It'll get your daily life like better probably.
I heard it's better. Yeah, like it's good to
Yeah, it
microdose
gets you more productive.
It makes you feel more alive.
type shit. Like
Some energy.
yeah.
Yeah, it makes you more creative. And
It's better than taking like an antidepressant.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
Yeah. Well, the antidepressant just numbs you.
Yeah, that's what people don't want.
You're just a bot.
Fuck life.
It's like how ADHD kids get on Addy. Like,
So many people are on that shit too. You know.
Antidepressant.
that's why
Yeah,
everyone wants
like-
to get off of them. Like that's why like
But I've
depressed
noticed
people
that
will, like
it
go
just-
phases where they.
Yeah, I mean even Kanye was saying it. It's just like you just feel numb and like kind of
No, that shit fucking
dull.
sucks, bro.
Yeah, like compared to being like a creative.
An animated, like
Yeah.
a live person, but you
Yeah.
have to deal with your emotions.
Yeah. Perhaps microdosing. You know.
Perhaps, or maybe I've heard ketamine is good.
Yeah, ketamine therapy.
Microdosing ketamine.
Maybe not every day. Maybe not every day. Like the way
No, probably not
microdosing
every
shit.
day because you get bad cramps. I've
I
heard.
think it's supposed to be more like how they treat PTSD with like psychedelics. It's like just a one-time.
Mm-hmm. I've seen
I
them
think
do it
it's
with
like-
Molly too.
I think it's like
Yeah.
that, but I think it's like once every like 2
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah.
Or so.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it just makes you feel peaceful. Apparently,
They're trying to do that in Oregon with MDMA.
that's fine.
Yeah, MDMA therapy.
And they probably got that good shit.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I mean,
By the-
you're not
by
getting
the
a crazy
scientists
dose
themselves.
though.
I don't know. They might give you a crazy.
Not
Well, when
not
it's
the
not-
not the what you like.
It's still gonna be fire.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Dude, PTSD motherfuckers are intense.
I
Like,
can't
they
even
need a
imagine.
strong role to like actually get anything.
Bro, can you imagine?
Yeah, but
Probably
legal
like Inception.
MDMA.
Every time like they go in their heads and stuff.
It's crazy, dude. Like they probably like when you go to war and shit, it just makes you trip balls every time. Like triggers will make you just trip balls. It's literally basically what it feels like.
Mhm. Yeah, like super anxious and
Well,
like bring
if
back
you
the
get
stuff.
anxious enough, you start tripping balls. Like just not even like on
PTSD
PTSD.
from any from the.
Yeah, you can. And like it's weird because like what you get it off of is like how it's like triggered and shit.
Yeah.
Like war people, like probably completely different feeling than like
Yeah.
somebody that took like a whole sheet of acid at a like You know, and you had a terrible, crazy experience.
Are we recording?
Yeah. I was about to say a little intro maybe. We're already a few minutes in. But
Yeah, for sure.
Synergy Pod episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
And 8000hendrix back in this bitch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We made it to 5.
Happy to be here.
Made it to 5.
Appreciate you coming back. Man's had too much good insight on the last pod.
That was honestly a great podcast episode.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was very off the rails, but it was good.
Yeah, it was off.
It was good content-wise.
I like the way you said that, off the rails, but it was good content if you followed
He
them.
was off the rails.
I was on some deeper shit.
I was on some out of my mind shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't even be present.
I feel it. No, I was on some wild shit.
Shit, first topic, bro. I feel like a lot of people got ahead from playing the villain, you know? Almost like, did you ever watch the X documentary?
Mhm.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's pretty good, but
That was like
I mean-
almost a point of his come up, like using, fighting and all that or stuff like that.
Just a misunderstanding of him. Really. Because everyone
I
listens to it.
I haven't seen the documentary, but I understand what he's trying to
Yeah.
say, and I agree with
Like
him.
Jake Paul just uses people being pissed at him as his like promotional
And
shit.
that's a springboard.
I agree with you. I've always told a lot of people, like, to be successful, you're gonna have to be ruthless, because a lot of these people who are very successful, they have no feelings and
Yeah,
no
they're
care to
ruthless.
step over
Yeah.
you,
yeah, for sure.
and to, you feel me, and to like do whatever and use you and however to get to where they need to,
Exactly.
and then throw you away.
Yeah.
So then I realized exactly what you said. A lot of them are willing to play that evil route and that evil role for the bigger goal.
And then the
Yeah.
question's like,
What's the right balance for that shit?
I don't know.
It's just being smart.
X was kind of doing it, you know.
Yeah.
He was making that change,
Yeah.
and then he just.
But like a lot of rich people, like they go to the extremes of like
They do.
they
And
go
then
crazy
when
and stuff like
you do, that's
yeah.
when it's hard to come back from being known for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like that's why they got all these little secret unity clubs and they do that. All of them, you feel me?
Yeah.
These rich people are really out here doing like they probably hunt humans all the time.
Hunt humans.
I swear,
Like the-
they probably just go and grab a whole bunch of homeless people.
They just hire
Yeah, like dangerous game.
bring them to an island.
Yeah, for real. I can see that. I can see that being real
No, it's definitely out there somewhere.
somewhere.
But maybe it's not on an island, maybe it's in some dude's like property.
Maybe it's
He
in
just
Michigan.
kidnaps
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
That's a
Michigan.
good movie, bro.
It's in Michigan. It is. Have you ever seen?
Yo,
have you
that
ever
would
seen
be a
Dangerous Game?
genius movie.
Nah.
That's kind of like Dangerous Game.
No, if they made like a modern version, like
Oh, Dangerous Game?
of the most dangerous game.
Yeah.
What, where you get kidnapped and then you have to.
Instead of on an island and like a king, it's just a rich, like modern guy that just kidnaps people and brings them to
And
his property.
hunt some.
And then hunts.
That's a dope
Like
ass.
some Epstein shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we had a dope movie idea last podcast.
Yeah,
we did. I'm fucking with this one.
Was it the Reddit shit?
Yeah, what? Yeah. What?
Oh yeah, two addicts on Reddit.
How to do that?
That would be such a cool like film festival, like student made.
Yeah, yeah, we're
We
like.
might win awards.
Literally, bro. That's like a type of film festival movie.
It is.
I could definitely.
It's a
say it.
film festival movie that then later on will break into like
Yeah,
a little. Yeah, you feel me? It's a little bit of awards.
Like
Break out
Parasite.
into-
Like
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you feel me? It'll break out and have this little shine.
Yeah, but I guess to talk to like you asked like what is a good balance between
Well, and then even like how does it change compared to like the Jake Paul, and then if you look 10 years back in like boxing, you got Floyd Mayweather, or like in music, Gigi Allen, the people that are just being vulgar and extreme.
Mm.
10 years ago, but then it's almost like
where they kind of go to like a public enemy kind of figure to
Yeah.
like loved.
if they can.
I'm trying to think of an example. of
Gigi
that.
Allen didn't really
Exactly.
like.
I think
yeah,
if
but
you
that's a completely
He
different
couldn't
scene.
exist.
Like,
Like and probably every rap star right now, because they go
Yeah.
from being like the most shiestiest.
Do you guys know about Andy Kaufman?
No.
I mean, they sound familiar.
Yeah.
He was like the first troll, bro. He was a famous comedian. He was
Very meta, and the fact that he would just do shit like he would challenge people to fights, but he would only fight women in the ring.
Whoa.
he was a dude.
yeah, he was a dude, so he would just win.
In the metaverse?
And he would
Or in like real life?
This isn't like
I was like, yo.
This is way back in the day, but he would flex his titles and shit. And he's like,
So he's fighting women in real life.
yeah, it was way back in the day before all this technology shit. He was a very famous comedian, and I feel like he was like one of those villains that, because now he's just, he blows minds. Like, he's seen as a genius. Like, people think he faked his own death because that's the kind of guy he was. Like, he would just troll the fuck out of people and just have elaborate ass, like, I don't know. Yeah, just
Yeah.
crazy.
The troll setting up like boxing matches and beat women.
Yeah, but the troll part is because he acted so like boxer, like champion, and like rebel in the same.
I'm the best
He
boxer.
would only fight women.
Wow.
He would
What year was
refuse.
this?
Yeah, for
Like, yeah.
It's
I've
probably
never
like the
heard of
60s, 70s.
Damn. Oh, really? There might be footage of this too.
Damn.
It's like
I've
old.
I've
Here, I'll
never
look
heard
it-
of that.
I'll look up when he died because I know it was a while ago.
It's crazy that they even had a male versus female boxer like
You know,
MMA.
did that. Yeah, you feel
They
me?
did it recently too. They got canceled though because of how fucked it was.
Oh yeah.
Andy
Look up
Kaufman
that.
died in '84, so he was like kicking it in the '60s and '70s.
Boxing.
Yeah, but that's just some of his antics. Like he was a comedian too. I think he
He
had
must
some
have been like
SNL
all
gigs.
over the newspapers and stuff.
Yeah, he was like that kind of like public enemy. Like
Yeah.
he was hated but loved, and then now he's seen as like a genius legend type figure.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donald Trump, he did it with love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
I
he's
can
probably
see
done
in the
some
future Donald
like,
Trump
shicey
being
shit.
loved like universally. Like
Yeah.
when they look back in the history
And they
books,
really see, yeah, definitely.
like I could see that. Like
I can see that.
I mean,
He definitely like tried to expose the corruption to him.
yeah. I mean, he was doing some good. Yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
I think
I mean,
people
I
are
I
already
feel like,
kinda,
I feel like whatever, like, I feel like you sometimes just gotta play that role.
yeah, for real, bro.
You just really do, bro. Like,
That's what we're
That's
down
really
for. That's
didn't
how we
get
got me
off.
off this shit.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was kind of how I
sometimes you
got
gotta
on.
play. Cause who else is gonna play that role?
Yeah.
Who else is gonna show the world like, yo, this
He
is
just
the
didn't
world?
believe like with
Hell
politics,
yeah, like
you gotta be
there's
fake.
never been a president kind of like that.
You gotta be kind of a fake like slate guy, and I guess he just didn't believe that shit, so he just rejected it. It's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
So that
our
point,
past
though-
presidents have been like just these like clean slate, like just like dudes.
kind of puppety guy.
Yeah.
You said who else is gonna play that role, but in like the music industry, I feel like that's now oversaturated. So what else is the new way to do that?
Well, now you just gotta be different, cause that's the mainstream is being that kind of rebellious,
Yeah.
like rebel guy. So I guess it would be cool to just like
But there's
have a
a line.
unique
I
personality.
feel like in music and art, most of it is like the rebel side, but like being a rebel and putting it in a place where people wouldn't like,
Consume it.
or like wouldn't like expect you to be like, you feel
Yeah.
me?
Or even
Well,
just
nobody
like
wants to
really breaking, yeah, exactly.
Like in London, the punk scene back in like the olden days, like they had a reason to be rebellious.
Yeah,
and shit.
exactly.
They were against the
Yeah.
system, but now I guess it's just an image thing, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Most people don't like the system, but
Yeah.
I mean, tying it back into the X thing, like, I mean, I don't know.
I feel like people don't really rebel anymore. It's more of just a thing, like, because people used to go against the actual grain and fight the system, but now it's kind of like they're not having
Like,
purpose with it.
like,
It's more of a personality trait.
Yeah, they're doing it just to like be.
They're not really rebelling against anything.
But I think X was just being who he was.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure. He was doing it like that was natural, and I feel like he was like the last version of doing that, and then like naturally like acting out, and then now people are trying to do shit like that as like.
Yeah.
Well, I think the new rebellion is rebelling against the stupidity. That's why people like X who were smart but also like fit that image,
Yeah.
but they were rising up. I think that's like the new rebellious, like, cause it's more about just rebelling against the stupidity.
I think he just realized that he couldn't. Yeah, like kind of what the the documentary said. He just couldn't be the villain forever. So like he just needed to
I
make
think
a
he's
change.
just a
or
good
whatever.
guy. I finally
I
realized.
mean,
it.
I never thought he was a bad guy. You know?
No, but at face value, he looks like a bad guy. When
Only in the news.
normal Americans
And-
look at his image, and like, they don't see the deeper layer. He was a good person. He was a good guy. So
that's all it really.
Everything he did
boils
was
down to.
justified for the most part.
Like most people just take face value what they hear about you. And, like,
They make
run with
judgments.
Well, that's life,
You feel
bro.
me? Exactly,
Like,
you feel me?
definitely.
And they run with
Everybody
it. And
it's
likes
just because
it.
we're
a
so
lot of the time, the bad things are what's gonna stand out
Yeah.
more than the good.
Yeah,
Like,
most
we
definitely.
care about your good. Like, you
we
feel
just
me?
think we know everything. So that's why people will look at someone and think that they know exactly who they are just by how they look. Like you don't even have to. People don't even have to talk to other people, and they think they know
they
like
just
what they're
judge.
about.
Straight off look.
Bro, that leads in the next topic, low key. That like I feel like COVID is what really exacerbated and like made the cancel culture so hot in that sense.
Yeah, people were bored, at home,
So
bored,
bored,
and
man.
powerless.
Yeah. Trying to find stuff to do online.
Literally,
And, like,
just any movement anyone would hop on.
You feel me? And then what made it like, I feel like really like blossom was like, people were so bored on social media doing so much extreme stuff.
Just hopping on bandwagons.
Yeah, and then like that got canceled. Like you remember when Tory Lanez had his thing,
Yeah.
And then he kept getting banned. I feel
Oh,
like
shit.
that really helped towards the cancel culture, like, because it was like.
It
people
got
were so-
ridiculous.
yeah, you feel
It
me?
got
People
ridiculous.
got so bored and they were getting so turned up online.
Bro, that's
and
a
then
good point.
They was like, boom, nah, we have to shut it down.
Yeah.
But like,
That's just
Ain't that
human
what social-
shit, bro. I feel
ain't
like
that what, like, it's for them that do whatever you want, be,
I
like
feel
have fun.
The first person to get canceled probably had a reason to be canceled, and it just kind of snowballed into just stupidity, and they just wanted everything.
Now people
Yeah, but
just
like,
think, I don't know.
The baby shit would have never happened like 6 years ago.
Nothing of this.
That was crazy. The babies.
Like a little rant, and then like just like a couple words where it could be like taken a different way.
Dude,
Like,
and this is,
I think it started
now
with
people
Harvey
get tortured in
Weinstein.
certain places and shit.
I think if I remember back, like I think it really started with Harvey Weinstein.
I mean, how old was that?
That was probably like 2017, something like that, 2016.
Isn't it fucked up that Tyler was like one of the first artists to get
Yeah.
like banned from countries and shit because of his music?
Well, he was on a different level. That's like 2012 level.
But then it didn't happen until like 15 or some shit. Like,
Yeah, cancel culture caught up with him, I guess.
it's fucked up.
I mean, he was saying some crazy shit.
He was,
Like,
but
it's
it's-
understandable, like, why people would be outraged, but, like, canceling is not understandable. Like,
Getting banned from a country.
there's gonna be things in the world that you don't agree with or might make you
Just because of
uncomfortable.
some shit you said.
Yeah, I mean, like, people just gotta learn to live with uncomfortability. Like, we all can't coexist and, like, have just one
You can't
fucking...
have the world exactly how you want it.
Some things are gonna offend you. It's just a part of life, and you gotta learn to
Accept it.
deal with it. Like, you can't just cry and just want to delete it.
He said X out.
Yeah.
Bro, that's like the person trying to say that they got fucking raped in the metaverse.
I think that's just tech and gamer shit, just meeting the general
You
public.
heard about that? The girl's trying to sue the metaverse.
But it's like she basically got teabagged in Halo for the first time, like essentially.
That's what everybody was saying. And like the people who made the software, they were like, there was a safety block, so why didn't she just use the safety block?
But at the same time, it's the internet. You know what you're getting into. You know, if you have PTSD because you were raped, don't hop on the
Some people
metaverse.
don't know what they get into.
It's just like
That's crazy. Like, that was the crazy. He said just because you got raped, don't hop on the
It's kind of crazy, like.
if you have PTSD, I know people with like rape PTSD, and it's
But that, like,
Yeah, but they want to
yeah,
be
but-
in the metaverse.
But
you
yeah,
know?
for real. So like, let them be.
So,
Like, we should make it a safe place for them to be on the metaverse.
I
Like,
mean, shit, like, I don't know, man. I think it ruins it, because then that's where we have all the censorship.
I
and-
wonder what the
I'll tell you.
situation was.
They're suing the company for not enforcing stricter rules, and that's what I don't believe in.
Yeah, but
because
what-
then
what-
everything will be
I don't
so
understand.
bland
It was
and strict.
what was it? Just some chat lobby?
She was
Nah, she
groping.
got-
They were
She was
just.
just getting groped in VR, basically.
yeah, like they were teaching her or something. They had a safety button though to where she could click and make nobody touch her, but she didn't click it.
And that's the same time. It's not like they animated 3D animations to where like the dude pulls his.
Hey, but imagine it's gonna
I mean,
Yeah, but like no rape victim should go on a fucking metaverse server where like they visualize rape.
Yeah, of course.
You know, like,
I know what you're saying. It's literally just 3D models like touching each other. It's like,
like how I don't know, man. That's just
but you never
She's trying to
know.
stretch.
Like imagine if they get to the point where it's like
I could see hackers doing that. You
Imagine
know?
like
It's just a
player
reality
one, like,
where
walk
you
around,
can't
like,
block
yeah,
out shit, but then
yeah,
that would
player
be
one walk
pointless.
around. Not block out shit. I'm talking about playing like it's like real shit. Like
yeah,
really live
where
like
like it's not like
it's
you're
like,
gonna
I know what
encounter.
real good. Like I think it's like video game.
yeah, like where you can actually pull your pants out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when the metaverse gets to that, what you gonna do?
I mean, at that
But
point,
I feel like only specific servers will let you do that, right?
no, but he's saying like if it becomes a virtual reality.
I know what you're saying.
Like a true virtual reality. That's true.
Like walking around the streets, you might get raped walking down.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly. Imagine if it gets to GTA status.
But it won't. Just because
Like,
you can't control real life, like these moderators can patch shit out of their like things.
I just
I don't know. I feel like
Isn't there servers and shit? So
There is, but I feel like it was.
Be Facebook's version of society, the perfect, boring fucking shit. You
And
know,
you
you
have to go
can't
to work
control
and,
real reality, but they can like make
Yeah.
rainbows
Nah,
and shit in the
because
metaverse.
there's gonna be some sort of GTA metaverse
That's what
where
I'm saying.
where you
exactly.
can go and
then,
fuck
and then you're
people
gonna
up
have
and-
sand part of towns where it's gonna be like all nice, nobody's
Yeah.
doing no. And
Yeah,
then,
and
you
then
go
you
to
go-
this part of town.
I
it's
don't
just
know. I don't know if they'll give
chaos,
us
yeah,
that
you
kind
feel
of
me?
freedom. I feel
And
like
then, like,
they'll
and then,
block
like,
that
and then,
shit.
like, you got side missions to where you can go and really make money to buy stuff in the metaverse.
Bro, I always thought about like,
And they use NFTs, so it actually has value.
Bro. And like, listen, that's what I was gonna say. Bro. I really feel
feel like
Yeah, you're
they
right.
should use NFTs in video games, and especially like that in the metaverse. Because like, say you order something cool in the metaverse and you actually get it delivered to your house.
That'd be
That'd
cool.
be cool as hell.
But I doubt they're gonna go that route. They're probably just gonna go like a lame like 3D house lamp
Yeah.
in your metaverse apartment.
Yeah, well, imagine if you get that 3D house and sent to you too.
That would be cool, but like the metaverse don't want you to interact with
I just can't imagine.
They want you in the metaverse.
Disconnect.
They want us to live in little pods.
Hey, did you see the video of the guy who already lives 24 hours in the metaverse? Like he goes to work in the metaverse, he sleeps in his
That's
bed,
depressing.
watching movies in the
Bro,
metaverse.
I've thought about that.
Like consistently, or
Like
like
consistently nonstop. Like he takes a shower with the headset. Let me see what the fuck
this
this
is
is.
fucked up.
Dude, I saw a commercial yesterday about Oculus.
Oh,
I saw a commercial yesterday about Oculus, and essentially it was just a bunch of depressed people. And then they put on the game, and they're just like fucking going crazy, dude. It made reality look boring, basically. It painted reality as just like.
How? Explain all
Like there was a lady working out in her living room at the TV looking bored, and there's just like just boring ass like reality painting in a bad way, and then they just slap the goggles on, and everything's just living life.
This man's bathing in like a child pool.
What, with the headset on?
Yes.
Bro, he wants the Matrix to be a thing.
He's in a child pool while in the metaverse. He's in the shower.
That's crazy. Man would love to be in a pod, just
he's gonna
fully
drive to work. He goes to work.
You might as well just delete him off Earth.
Yeah, no. Have you seen the Matrix?
Yeah, but
The robots have everyone in little pods, and they just use them for energy for batteries, and they have them all plugged into a metaverse, and none of them know what real reality
crazy, right?
is.
And then
They're
he
all
just
in
goes
that,
to
like,
work,
false
like-
reality.
That's what he does at
getting
nighttime.
used for batteries.
Where basically they're in reality, we're all in little like containment pods just being farmed for battery energy, and they have a plug that goes in the back of your head,
Yeah.
and that's what feeds you the Matrix, which is reality. That we
Can I see that?
Dude, he's gonna have like the worst neck in history. Like anyone who's doing this shit is gonna murder their necks from that headset. I don't even understand. He was pouring water on his head with the headset on. How is that shit even straight?
I don't know. I don't think technology is good enough to have an enjoyable life like that.
I don't think it's not good for anybody.
No, not healthy
Yeah,
at all.
bro. I was like the Matrix and pods and stuff like
Watch,
that.
man's just gonna go blind when he's 40 and no more metaverse for him.
At least when you're in the Matrix, you're not looking at a screen just like 2 inches away from your face.
You're literally, your eyes are turned off and your brain is hooked up to a computer, so it's all just generated into your brain.
Yeah, that's why this is so much worse though. This is
No,
really gonna make him go
it's just
blind.
halfway.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah, he just be when he goes to work.
That's what I'm saying, the technology isn't damn near even, the graphics aren't even there yet.
No. Like to where it looks as real as, you know. real
Computer
life.
technology hasn't even gotten good enough to be able to render like a realistic VR world. Like no way.
Eventually it'll be there.
It'll be
Like,
there.
I'd say 50 years.
I don't know.
I'd say
I
soon.
think it'll be longer
I'd
just
say
because
soon.
technology's slowed down.
I don't know, people
It
get
has slowed down.
But aren't people eventually just gonna be able to like make shit in Blender and put that into the
But think about this, bro.
textures and stuff?
Like computers, a hard drive on a computer, like just 15, 20 years ago, was like 1/1000th of the
Yeah.
storage size we have now. Like that shit was going like this, and now like it's kind of just not progressing like that, you know?
Well, you know, it's crazy. It probably is progressing, but not in all. I've not seen it. Probably
Yeah,
I think yeah.
boards and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like people always say that they got like the new consoles or like more advanced PC parts. They just haven't released them yet. They have the
Exactly.
technology.
They have the technology. They just haven't released it.
Maybe it's just gotten harder, honestly.
I know what you're saying though. It feels like technology
It's
has
harder to
time
triumph.
But I'm
Maybe like we're.
Triumph.
I feel like we might be getting to the end of like, because now they're looking into quantum processors, which is like 50 times the speed, but it's a different kind of science. And maybe we just reached the technological like boundary of the computer technology we use, and we
Yeah, now we
develop.
love the space
We gotta make a leap into like a new form of technology to keep going.
space technology.
Yeah, like just on some quantum physics. Like that's what
Yo,
goes
we're
into
gonna be like guardians of the galaxy.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But honestly, I think the best way to advance is not with technology, but with our brains.
Yeah, definitely.
Like learning to astral project and just leave our bodies like that. I feel like that's so like possible.
But it's dangerous because then people can steal your body.
Yeah, but then we could just live in a 4D world and like not have to deal with the problems of being an animal and having a body.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
don't
true
think
goal with
you can
technology.
live. I don't think you can live in that world.
I think you
Of
can. I think that's where you go and you die.
What, in this 4D world?
You basically
Your
just
body?
leave your body.
Like,
Doctor Strange.
Like you know how we're physical 3D?
Yeah.
They don't need a physical form.
Yeah, but you're saying they're just hovering.
They're not. You can't really comprehend it because
But you can comprehend astral projection.
well, the thing about like floating around and shit, that's all like 3D. Like you're imagining it in this space.
Like it wouldn't have any of the same physics or laws or anything like that. Like this is 3D shit. I feel like we need our bodies to interact with this dimension.
yeah, but we don't need it for the rest.
Yeah, to drive these vessels, we need our bodies basically. Like it's like a diving suit basically. If you want to go in the ocean, you need like a diving suit.
Yeah, to be in this world, we need a body.
We need a body.
And I feel like when you die, you leave it, and like you don't get to interact in this like dimension anymore physically, but you become like, you get what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm following you.
It's
but
not physical.
I'm just saying, like,
Do you think spirits exist?
I think that's basically what I'm talking
Well, I
about.
was about to say, you think spirits are stuck between the dimension you're talking about and like the physical dimension?
I don't know about ghosts. I think maybe you can interact in the physical world.
What do you think astral projection is?
I just think it's leaving your body. And like maybe the fourth dimension is just in our brains. Like when you imagine something, like that's not a physical thing. You can imagine a whole skyscraper. Like where is that? You know? Like maybe we just recluse into our own brains when we die, and that's kind of like the fourth dimension. Like that space that your brain is envisioning when you're imagining
They
something.
just live in.
Because that isn't physical. Like where are we? Like where is the voice in my head? You know? Like that's like a whole different space. I feel like
Yeah.
it's
Con-
weird.
consciousness.
Of being.
You can't like touch or like your conscious isn't like a physical thing, you know? Like when you close your eyes and imagine shit, like it's not like a physical thing. You know, it's kind of hard to like grasp, I think. Like
I feel what you're saying though.
yeah,
I kind of agree.
I don't really believe in something like finite, but it's kind of just like a vague idea.
I
of,
feel like
spirit, spirituality, just like fourth dimension. It's all kind of
But
just yeah.
when you've astral projected, what have you seen?
I've almost left my body, but it was always
It's on some anxiety ass shit, and it's hard to explain. But like,
Have you ever completely astral projected?
Yeah, back when I was
Sounds like
I used to do it in high school a lot with my boy Bashim. He's very spiritual. Grew up his whole life like that route. I think mom does it. Everybody so like,
Okay, that's interesting.
and it's very hard to explain.
I feel like there's levels to it, you know. Like you don't completely separate from your body. Like
Yeah,
I feel like
definitely levels to it, but like I've definitely had the experience of like floating.
it's like
Seeing my
breaking
body
through
on
on
the bed,
DMT,
like,
bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
out of your
saying?
body.
Yeah, I've definitely had that experience of floating in my bedroom. Like, what the, like, you feel me?
I feel like that's halfway in
And, like,
between.
Exactly. Like I didn't fully go, but like I was on the.
You were leaving. I felt
Yeah.
that too.
Exactly. I was leaving. Like I wasn't in my body, but I could. Like
you were still in the 3D realm. But like
Yeah.
I feel like DMT
everything
is the
around me.
same way.
Yeah.
Like when you break through, you fully leave, and like you can do a little bit, and you don't break through, but you're kind of like in this limbo, like in between.
I don't think you could really fully comprehend it, like that breakthrough fully until like maybe you're in there. Like,
No, literally. It would be
People
like
still can't like fully talk about their DMT trip, like just they can't put it into words.
yeah, it's kind of inexplainable for a lot of people, but it makes sense sometimes because I feel like it does have to do with your brain and your inner fucking like inner workings, you know, like
yeah, it relates to the inner workings more than your like
it'll take you
ability to
peace, I feel like.
speak what you
And that's why
experience.
people get over their fear of death and shit. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
just got recommended this book from a girl. It's about this guy who's on death row, and he said that he used time space magic to get out of death row.
Like time, space,
And I think he got off
Like,
that road.
yeah, to get out of that.
Maybe he was just talking about manifest destiny.
Yeah, but he's talking about like astral projection. You ever seen Midnight Gospel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen
You know
some-
the episode where
It's like one of the first episodes.
yeah, you know so when he's trying to break out of jail. The episode with the guy's trying to break out of jail. That's him. Speaking,
Oh yeah, I
that's him
remember.
speaking about his
No
experience
way.
in jail.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah,
No, jail's a crazy place, bro.
yeah, that's his.
I've
that's
never
it.
been there, but
That's him
like,
speaking about his experience with
I need
definitely.
to go watch it.
Yeah,
nah, Midnight Gospel's
Crazy
good.
episode. Yeah,
Especially if you're like tripping or high as fuck.
yeah, definitely.
That shit's basically just a podcast at the end.
I was about to say, yeah,
Yeah.
animated podcast is like amazing.
It's a guy's real podcast. He just talks to everybody and anybody.
It's like that show you showed us the other day.
Yeah, the Ricky Gervais show.
Yeah.
Very good show.
That's a dope show. Any more topics?
Yeah, I brought this up to you yesterday, but brands that are known for reputation versus like exclusivity.
Like, what do you mean? Like brands like Puma or like
Gucci, Louis
Gucci?
Vuitton,
Yeah.
like
Compared to like
Supreme.
yeah, Supreme and the
yeah.
Nike brands.
See, I think my opinion on that is like, you're not gonna stick around if you're Supreme. You know, Gucci's has since like the 60s,
I think
70s
Supreme will
of
stick around.
building brand image. You know,
I think the exclusivity aspect can make you like pop in at one point and then die out.
and you fall off super quick. But that's why Gucci's been around forever, dude, and that's why they're so luxurious because they have
be exclusive
years
so long.
and decades
Yeah.
of
And then
building
people
brand
get so
image.
bored of that.
Yeah, but
I know
Gucci I
what
feel
you're
like it's
saying.
different because weren't they just a genuine like a tap like European fucking
That's what I'm
brand?
saying,
And then-
dude.
Yeah,
This
but
And then they have to, like also what makes Gucci and stuff so like far too is the seasons. Like you feel me?
Yeah, and they have like
Dropping
real
different-
designers
Yeah,
and
you
like
feel me? Dropping different seasons of clothes and stuff. Whereas like when you talking about exclusive stuff, they drop nearly the same stuff every year, and it's just like
Yeah.
exclusive because
And
it's
there's
limited.
different
Yeah.
eras of
Yeah,
Gucci.
And then
you know exactly the different eras.
So
different
some shit's
seasons,
rare. Like
yeah,
it's from an old era when they're releasing this type of
Like
shit.
Supreme, like they drop the same thing that every year.
I know, and that's why they fall off so quick because they don't have the decades of brand
Yeah, I
image
was about to
building,
say.
you know.
you can't expect that just dropping infrequently is what makes you rare. You need that like longevity of the.
It's just a different
security
direction.
product.
It's like being an artist and like building a fan base over time and an image and sticking around versus blowing up overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be popping like crazy for a little bit, but then people just throw you away because you don't have that
Like
backbone.
you think like the funeral home and like those kind of clothing brands are gonna stick around long term?
I never really do. At least like streetwear shit.
Like Vimo.
Like the only ones that have been able to stick around and touch the market are like Nike and
you
shit.
don't might be able to stick around for a little bit, but not too long.
Yeah, I mean they kind of died
Yeah,
because of that
It's all
old
gonna
shit.
stay expensive.
Yeah. I don't even know. Like even personally, I like have like seen a lot of brands fall off with me.
I think
Personally,
I think the only ones like that might stick around is like Off-White, maybe because
But even that's like on some like more designer
Yeah,
shit. you know?
exactly. Yeah.
Like
I think Supreme will stay around for a little bit.
I don't know. And honestly,
They have they've been
Has kind of died out.
in the fashion world, Supreme's dead, but in the skate world, it might still be hanging.
I think that's what helps Supreme. They have a whole skate team.
Well, that's how it
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what keeps them alive. Like if it was like Antisocial Social Club where it's just a streetwear band, or even FTP is dying, you know? Like fashion's rough, dude. That shit is in and out. Trends are like crazy.
They come and they go.
So quick.
Trends come and go and everything goes so quick.
They can get revived, but it
resale
takes
value
years.
is gonna stay the same.
Music, video games, everything.
I don't know. It depends.
Like everybody was playing like GTA for family and stopped playing, and like now everybody playing GTA.
You know, it's crazy. It's because the youth rules the world. And the youth grows up, and then what's cool isn't cool anymore because the new youth is into other shit, and that's where all the money is.
Fortnite.
Yeah, exactly. That's why shit falls out. Like that's why '80s fashion doesn't really get good again or come back until younger generations look at it and think it's cool, and then it comes back into rotation. You know, like it's kind of crazy.
Like Champion wasn't even that cool of a brand. I feel like.
Yeah, not
Vintage
everybody-
shit got
yeah.
popping, and then they started like.
And then they
Look at
get pretty high,
literally.
Hip hop is the biggest genre, and it's been that way because the youth. You know.
Yeah. Youth. They make music for the kids.
Yeah, no. When people say the kids are the future, like that is no fucking joke, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Too bad some of them be no shit.
yeah.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? You grow up, you mature a little bit.
Yeah.
But Yeah.
I love kids though. A lot.
I love kids too.
This next generation definitely a lot of little shit. Like the kids younger than me, bro. It's
I'm
crazy.
seeing it change before my eyes. Like it goes little shits, and then it goes like just weird metaverse kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, like worse than Gen Z. Like,
And we're the last generation that grew up with like, you know,
like a glimpse of
yeah,
what
like
the
box
world was.
TVs and fucking.
Yeah,
I had the Game Boy.
we got a small glimpse of like flip phones.
Yeah.
Small bits of like brick phone. I
Yeah.
had a brick phone for a minute, bro. And not be a brick. That
Damn.
undefeatable. I couldn't
Kids,
stick
like,
on that.
dude, it's crazy how like motherfuckers won't even know like anything like that. They won't know what a PS2 is.
I had the original Xbox.
It sucks, dude. Because companies are so shit now. They don't know what the good shit is, you know? Like, with my little brother, I try to put
To the good shit, and he just doesn't fuck with it because he's so used to all the bullshit that comes out today, you know.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure our parents could relate to us in that same aspect.
Yeah.
I know my dad does. Like he would probably relate to that. Like just what you said. Like I'm just not into whatever the fuck he's talking about because I don't care.
Yeah.
I feel that.
And I mean I let him know and but he's cool with it. You know he just understands a little bit, but you know it's just because like why would I care about like you know. Just like specific stuff.
I like old stuff though.
I do too. Bro, what's dope is like there'll always be a rebellious generation when shit gets too fucky. Like in the 80s, like everything got super PC and like poppy and like then came like grunge in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like we might have a shitty generation metaverse kids. But then their kids are just gonna like say fuck this shit.
You think the next generation is gonna be like another generation of hippies that are like fuck technology?
Basically, like, cause dude, even with the boomers, that's what started the hippies. Cause the boomers were all like, have a kid, get a house, like, patriot, like, do the right thing and be a
just
man.
finished World War II.
Yeah, exactly. And then the hippies just did acid and just had fun all the time.
They're like fuck war.
Fucked like crazy and like.
That life was stressful.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like. Humans are just rebellious creatures. It's all just a system. Like motherfuckers become tyrants, and then people rebel and overthrow them. And like societies, it's just like almost like it's meant to be.
You think they're
Like
gonna send kids to school in the metaverse?
maybe.
That's gonna be crazy. Because I mean, you can.
I think there'll be a period, and then at some point we'll just like eat pills or like get programmed like knowledge into our brain, and then we'll be true robots to the government.
That's what Elon Musk is already working on, trying to put
The little brain chips in, right?
yeah.
See, I could see Elon Musk having a villain arc.
Right.
Like totally. Like let's say he gets Mars.
Secretly.
He captures Mars and everything is only
He's not
Tesla.
even American.
That's what it would be.
Yeah.
Not only that, but what if he finds stuff on Mars before anyone else gets there and just keeps to himself, starts like building
You know,
weapons of mass destruction?
there's like a $6 trillion like asteroid running around
Like the movie Don't Look Up.
that like we've seen, and they're trying to go on it and mine it.
I feel like Elon Musk is just finessing. I feel like Elon Musk is just finessing right now. Cause he's not even American. So like
No, I feel like he's kind of like no political shit, but he's kind of like a Biden. Like he just knows how to like control the media to like
exactly.
like
But I feel like he's doing all of this in America right now to get as much money as he can, and then he's gonna turn Africa into a superpower.
I think he's just another billionaire. I don't really buy into his bullshit.
He's gonna be head Africa and change the whole.
Just because he came from South Africa.
Bro, I feel like because you gotta realize there's so much resources in Africa still, bro.
Africa's
huge. Exactly.
It's
So
and undeveloped.
you feel me? And think about it, bro. Like there's no real money in Africa, but he can come to America, get all this money, and control have all these rappers,
there's no
make all
market
these
for
friends,
anything in
right?
Africa.
And then boom, create whatever he wants, and then he can have a whole Elon, whatever world he wants to live
Bro,
in.
I wonder how much Africa
I feel like he's
costs.
trying to do that with Mars too.
That's what I'm saying. He's already got his own space. You feel me? He's already got his own
Bro, listen, he's got a car company. He's got an internet company. He's probably gonna make a phone company. And when he takes Mars, it's all Tesla shit, basically.
Exactly.
How much do you think Africa
He's
costs?
gonna be the king.
Too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say
He's got it.
because there's some wealthy parts in Africa, right?
Yeah, but he's got it.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Cause think about all this electricity stuff that he be doing too. like just to have Africa piled off electricity.
You want to know what's crazy?
Yeah, that would be
He
crazy.
didn't create Tesla, so you could just do what he did with Africa. Like, he could basically just get on the president's like, we're gonna pump a bunch of money in here, we're gonna get it like going, and then he just takes advantage slowly and
He
becomes
just
like,
controls it behind the
You
scenes.
feel me? Like he's really
With
just
his
American
money.
just to make money.
that's what he
Like
does
right
with
now.
Tesla.
And then when he gets a little bit older, just go to Africa and they create like a.
It'd be dope though. I'm sure there's
They
plenty
just
of like
utilize the resources
yeah, like,
anymore.
imagine everything was solar powered over there.
That's what I'm saying. And if he had like, that'd be crazy.
It would be kind of hard though, just because he would need to change the population to be able to sustain it, and like the job market and the economy would have to be, because they would have to be able to afford this shit, you know, and like have
Maybe
jobs
he just
and
used
work.
it as like a place like for factories.
Just Tesla HQ,
type
basically.
shit.
I could see that.
That's damn near slavery.
I mean, you know what's crazy? Like the main thing
Unless they
people
pay you
use
good.
these third world countries for is just battlefields.
Exactly.
For little wars that just make people money.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, dude.
You ever seen War Dogs?
Yeah. That shit is crazy how political like war gets. Like a lot of people get rich.
A lot of people get rich and a lot of people.
Dude, that's why war's good for certain people.
Yeah, that's why people like want wars for the money.
Yeah, it's dangerous, bro. It's dangerous. Motherfuckers will like really start a war just to like get rich. War profiteers and shit.
Bro, gas prices going up like crazy.
They're fucked up.
Bro, do you think gas smells like gas anymore? I've been seeing that shit. I've been seeing that everywhere. Nah, I'm talking about petrol.
What you talking about?
Like I've been seeing that everywhere. Like people making memes and going like, I've gone to the gas station and like I haven't really smelled it.
It's watered down.
Yeah, you feel me? I haven't been smelling the gas lately. Like think about it.
You
When
know
you
what,
pumped
bro?
your car, have you like? Cause think about it. Like a couple months back, it used to stink. And I used to go and pump my car. And now when I pump my
I
car,
don't really smell it.
yeah.
Hold on. I gotta pump gas and like, actually pay attention.
Yeah, you feel me?
No, because I do remember like last. Yeah,
I think-
I don't
I
really
think a
remember
part of
smelling
that-
it.
That's what I'm saying, but like a couple months ago,
I think- I think a
Part of
part.
that is because gas is so expensive. These are all private owned like gas stations, so they be skimping and getting the cheap shit to actually turn a profit.
You're being serious.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real. Like shitty gas.
Like gas
That's
goes.
just up the gas
like real
station.
premium.
You gotta do what you can do to make
But
money.
that's why you try to go to
They
the
got that
gas
back.
station.
I've been to gas stations where that shit is like known for being watered.
Watered down. Hey, the gas
Yeah,
station
that's why you-
Watered down.
Yes, don't go.
You will mess up your car.
That shit is so crazy. I might like honestly going electric might be the best. Like,
Hell yeah.
Test them other eggs.
I want the S.
What? That's nice.
Yeah.
yeah. Kia's got some good shit coming out. It's interesting. The parts. I can't go too deep.
Why can't you? Come on, let's go to the show, man. Let's go to the
I'm off
table.
the hours, but yeah, the parts are basically Kia
I'm off that.
was an affordable company.
Oh, wait, so you work, so this is like information you learn from work?
Well, it's just driving cars, like people come in with 2,000 miles and their engine is falling apart. Like there's a 2023 Kia in our service bay right now. 2023 hasn't even happened yet, and it's coming in with a problem. It's like,
And they're gonna
you
sell
want
it
to
to
know
some
why?
innocent
They
people.
used to be an affordable normal car, but they're trying to break into the luxury market,
I've been seeing
and they don't have the capital, so they put a bunch of cheap parts so that it seems luxury, but that shit just breaks and it explodes on you.
That's where they get you though. You feel me? I mean, they trying to get the middle class and people who don't really have the luxurious life, a little bit taste of luxury, and then.
I mean, I heard
down.
Tesla is not the
Heavy
most high
six five.
quality shit.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not, but like, hey,
I drive the
they're
old
probably one of
Kias
the best
around.
electric cars out.
The old Kias I drive feel way better than the new ones. Like people will come in with like a 2013, it's got a wood steering wheel, like that shit is feeling nice when you turn, like the throttle has some like kickback. Like now everything is just electronic, so like the steering feels tacky and like the throttle just doesn't have any like actual like pushback, it's just like
Yeah,
That's why you pay for what you get, like with that. Now you're paying for all the technology for shitty mechanics. With Tesla, you pay for good mechanics, but like basic ass shit.
Yeah, like
Then you're paying for the drive itself.
yeah, like the inside's not the most luxurious, but I was gonna say, are all the electric like the plug-ins, are they all the same? Like
plug.
can I take my Ford electric to the Tesla charger?
No,
I don't know.
But I think like certain places have EVs and certain places have Tesla
Yeah,
chargers.
Tesla
I feel it's kind of like iPhone, how the charger
Yeah,
is like
that's why
different. You
Tesla's
can't
so,
put an
like-
Android charger in everything, you know.
That's crazy. So he's gonna corner that market too.
Yeah.
With the
But I
Tesla.
think there's only two different like ones for the most
The
part.
The
I
only
think it's like the
reason-
Tesla
Yeah,
proprietary, and then the other ones I think are
Are all compatible. That might
Yeah.
be right. Yeah.
But-
Like maybe like Tesla being the Apple, and
yeah, and then the
then.
Tesla ones literally like they say like Tesla on the charger.
Yeah, I've
There's a
seen
lot of
that.
Tesla
Yeah.
stations.
The only reason he was able to do that is because he came early into the game. Like no one would consider a Tesla if it was like it was a bitch to find Tesla chargers because it's already an established market.
Yeah.
But he just came early, so he was like, all right, you have to use a
But
Tesla
his
charger.
production was fucked the first like few years. Like people were like waiting months for their car.
They still are. I got my boys on the waiting list for the new Tesla truck.
Yeah, I heard that they had some being called back too because they were like.
Recalls.
Yeah, because on autopilot they were running into shit.
Yeah, I feel like the way, because Tesla existed before Elon took over, so I feel like it's just the transition in his vision versus where the company
But when
was
did he
at.
take over? Like after it was already doing cars and shit.
Yeah, no, he basically finessed his way to the top because he kept buying shares, and eventually he was the
He Zuckerberged
majority.
them?
Yeah, he was the majority shareholder.
He's the
so he has-
CEO of Twitter too, right?
He literally fired everyone.
He's trying to. He's still.
He got just enough power and fired everyone, basically.
He says he's just gonna buy.
Zuckerberg.
He hasn't bought Twitter yet.
Nah, he's
Oh.
still debating. He's still in talks in debating.
Oh.
He hasn't even bought it.
I thought he bought
I
Twitter.
thought about it too.
Yeah, I thought it was like that.
I read it some more and he's still debating.
I think it's just that I don't see the real point in buying Twitter.
There's no. That's just such a
Freedom of
bad
social
idea.
It's more just to be like connected to their social and like have that kind of.
I mean, he just thinks they're because like all these social media sites are starting to censor like super bad.
Everything, yeah.
So
Yeah, I think
he
it's
wants
more.
Twitter to be the most free place. Which when you go there, all I see is like nudes and weed.
Yeah.
and
Do
like,
you want it more free than that? What else you go?
Nah,
You start
nah.
seeing beheadings.
But I think it's more political because they're really biased on Twitter when it comes to politics. I think it's mainly
Do you
that.
think kids still see videos like that?
What?
Like, when you in high school, like not in high school, when you like in middle school, like elementary, seeing like beheading videos and stuff.
yeah, I've seen
I've
them.
seen so
Yeah,
much.
you feel me?
Yeah,
Like, you think like kids to this day.
I
Like,
think they
Nah.
might just worse shit.
Nah, I don't think they see those videos and not what.
not like how we did.
Dude, I
And like I remember there'd be like one or two kids in school that have the video on their
Yeah.
phone and everybody's huddled up watching over.
I feel like it was a
like,
different time back
But
then,
you don't think
too,
the
you know?
internet got more fucked up?
Yeah, it got more strict. I feel like the internet's a different place now, though. It's more censored and more watered.
Yeah, I think it's a lot harder to have those videos reach a lot.
Just think about 2012. That was
Yeah,
damn
video
near.
game. You just
That was the humor back then. Was just like grotesque shit and just like
How much
offensive
you
shit.
want.
It was an offensive time.
Kind of, dude, I've seen some disgusting stuff. Like
And
in
that was
third world
just the humor.
countries, people just like shotgunning bodies over and over again.
Yeah.
and shit.
I've seen some crazy.
Yeah, like just like
Not
straight
scary
emptying a
shit.
clip
And
and a
like,
dude's
and like
face.
now these kids are just watching like
The humor's different,
just
bro.
mass shooting videos. Probably.
Bro, it's like they be putting that shit on the news.
That's what I'm saying. Like you feel me?
I hope they're not watching that shit like
They're
film
gonna
or
have-
something.
Yeah,
They have to. Like it's all over the news and stuff.
I feel.
like tell me how they literally put the body cam of the guy who live streamed the shit. Like at least clips, and the whole clip's online. But there's clips of that shit that was put in the news.
It's kind of crazy because the whole world is getting more fucked up, but like the image on the internet is just it's getting like more peaceful and like.
But it's like fake peace though.
It is exactly, and it's really weird because back in the day, like even 2012 to like 2015, like the world was not nearly as fucked.
You see a new shooting every week. Like, it's
Every
getting
day.
crazy, dude. The economy is in the tank. Like,
And like the
This-
shootings that
this
we
some
see
crazy
are not,
shit.
and the shootings that we see, not even half the shootings like that going on.
no, for real, bro. Like, it's only the ones that are super tragic.
I think that really like reach out.
Yeah.
That's almost another topic that rolled into people only care about death when it's like sold in a story, bro, for views, money
Yeah.
behind it.
It's like the media, you know, they'll only pick up on stories that are gonna get clicks, and they need to emotionally charge.
Yeah, that's gonna put in
Those
people's
only
posture.
mass shootings that be reporting on type shit.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I really think the internet like was misused.
And it's legit just used for promotion.
It got just OD with it.
Advertisement.
Literally,
Money, yeah.
we got way too OD with the internet. We integrated it way too far into our lives, and now it's being used in a way where it's not really helping us anymore.
I heard this crazy story where this dude like on I-4. He was like on one of the new ramps, like one of the ones that are like 5 stories tall, and he was going on it at like 60 miles an hour when it said like 30, and he fucking flew off the side of the ramp and fell 5 stories into I-4.
That's some wild
I've been thinking that's gonna happen with that car because like it's all rusted and the steering feels loose.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm on like
Dude, imagine the truck. You remember the truck?
Yeah.
That shit was driving sideways, and there was a dead zone where like if I turn left, there'd be no steering until it clicks, and then I.
No way.
So like if I was at the right angle, I'd have to balance it like this. It was wild, and when it went, and also the tires were unbalanced, so if I went like too fast or too slow, it'd start rattling like crazy, dude. That trick was, that's what got me good at driving, I feel like. Like driving a complete shitmobile. Like having to deal with all the quirks and like.
So you can drive good?
Yeah, and also at my job I drive customers around all day pretty much. Around like these roads where motherfuckers are stupid. Like.
A lot of bad drivers.
It does just take something like that though, because you were almost one of the most like anxiety freaking.
Yeah, literally like the most anxious driver on the road, and now I'm just the chillest driver.
How do you feel in the passenger seat?
Honestly, I like driving more.
Of course, because you're in
And it's
control.
also, I think it's like ADD, ADHD shit with me, because I don't know what to do with my brain in the passenger seat. When I'm driving, I can just kind of zone out and just do my thing, you know?
You're crashing the car.
Literally. Well, just like, I don't know, it's just my brain is being occupied.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's like when my brain isn't occupied, it just turns into anxiety a lot of the times. Like, it's my brain will just go to like crazy, just
retarded
You
places.
think that's like the animal instinct in you, or no?
I think I just have like ADD or ADHD, and probably like anxiety doesn't mix well with it, basically. Because most ADHD people, they don't like, it doesn't turn into anxiety. It just kind of.
Yeah, that's me. It's not. I mean, I think I still have it mildly, but like I don't really get anxious, and yeah, not like crazy. I mean, I do know what anxiety feels like, but
Yeah.
you know, it's not like the way you describe it.
Mine is more like, I don't know. It's more like PTSD kind of. Like it's more of a paranoia. Like I get like base levels of anxiety are just like chest. Like your chest is tight and like you're just uncomfortable.
Yeah, I just feel like the uncomfortable butterfly.
Like when you get like
You ever feel
paranoid.
like your head spinning, like you spinning.
Yeah. Well.
no, that's crazy. I never.
No, when you start getting paranoid, like I'll start like just like it's like a trip, and I start like leaving my body a little bit, and I have to like fight it, and it gets annoying.
I feel you.
but I don't know. The thing about mental health is that shit'll like mix. Like if you have like multiple shits, they'll like create a cocktail and like intertwine with each other. Like if you have insomnia and depression, like those shit, that's probably a shitty combo, you know? Like, cause they'll work together and like fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Come and beat you up.
Literally, that's the fucky part. Like, or like, imagine having schizophrenia and severe anxiety. Like that would probably be the worst thing in the world.
There's probably like so many people like that.
No, yeah, dude, that shit makes, and it gets so complicated too. When you have like, when people that have multiple fucking disorders and shit, because it gets so confusing and
You ever seen
complicated.
Split? Imagine a guy like Split.
Yes, dude. You kind of have to be a bot when you're that fucked up and just not like. You gotta act on instinct and just exist, like
That's a voice of that bot.
pretty much, bro.
How do you become a bot? You know, like
You just
take
get
all
so
the
deep
medication.
into your like personal self to where you just don't even realize you exist. You just kind of act. Everything's kind of just like, you know how assholes are assholes and they don't think they're assholes
Assholes,
because they just act on their emotions and don't think about them. That's basically what I picture a bot. Like when I say bot, it's mainly just an unself-aware person. So they kind of just are controlled by their emotions and thoughts, and they don't even realize, you know.
I don't want to sound misogynistic, but I feel like a lot of women are, you know,
Yeah.
it's just like strictly.
I see that they're not like really aware to their own instincts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see it a lot myself.
And it's crazy because I feel like the ones that are aware of their own instincts and use them are the real dangerous women. Because those are the women that will like really go places in the world with what they were given, you know? And like they know that they have a certain control
It's
over like,
when
male brains.
it's when they know the ins and outs of a male brain.
Yeah, they're aware of their instincts and like how it affects male brains and shit.
Yeah,
Like unaware,
but I know what you're saying. Well, yeah.
girls that are unaware tend to just be like in toxic relationships all the time. I feel like like they never actually use it to their advantage.
I feel like you should just never walk around like strictly reacting off of emotions.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
that's what makes you the bot. Like,
Well, that's how you turn into an asshole and like a person everyone hates, because you're just you never like are aware, you know, of like, okay, I'm the asshole. That's why they're always in denial. You know what I'm saying? Like an asshole, you're just like, why are you acting like this? How do you not see like how fucking stupid you look?
they're just like, I'm not doing anything wrong.
But they're just botted. They're not aware. Like they just most people think they have free will, but like honestly,
Controlled by their emotions.
yeah, exactly. Like people that are depressed, they'll come to like the conclusion that like life is meaningless, and they think they got to this conclusion and that like it's all over for them. But like it's really just a chemical imbalance making them think in that kind of like a zone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like they just came to this genius conclusion.
Yeah.
It's depression. Like,
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the majority of people have that chemical imbalance nowadays.
But
yeah.
I feel like I don't know. Yeah, like most people seem to have a little bit.
It's because we
More
live
of a
in an
negative
unnatural world. We weren't built to like, you know, park cars all day and then go home and sleep and pay rent and eat and drink beer. We were meant to like work out on land and like in a field or like survival, and that's why a lot of people have mental health issues, because like we're all deeply unsatisfied. Most
We
people.
wasn't meant to have this many choices and routes.
Most people's lives are just so like drained of any stimulation and just fulfillment, and that's why really, because we were like, if you ever like work and like your body is shot and you go to bed, you feel fulfilled, bro. And that does something to it, like your brain, because that's just how we're meant to be. You're supposed to. Like I feel like maybe female brains work different, but as a man, like you have to go to bed like exhausted. Like that's how you does something to your like primal brain. Like that it gives you fulfillment and dopamine.
And back to the fact that everybody has or like it's almost a fact that like a lot of people have that imbalance. I think that's why success is damn near just the mindset. Like you're saying, your mindset can put you into that state, but then it's just changing the mindset is what gets you out.
Some people just don't have enough control, you know.
They're not aware enough.
But the people who do have control are able to, you know, because I feel like successful people are still depressed, but they just know
No, but
how
there's
to
the rich
trick
people
themselves.
that are happy, they're aware of like fulfillment, and like they know money isn't the only thing that the human needs.
Yeah.
That's why they're always hitting the gym. They have a tight schedule, like they're staying
so
active,
much.
they're taking care of their bodies and
Eating
their
healthy.
brains. Exactly.
It's damn near part of the mindset.
It is.
All that stuff makes for, you know, feeling better within the day
Just
anyway.
feeling fulfilled and
Yeah.
happy with
Well,
life.
one thing I actually heard Dan Blazarian say was like, well, he said he was doing like ice bath, sauna, ice bath, but like what you could do is just like hot water and then cold water and then hot water, and it feels so good in the shower. Like it makes you calm the fuck down. Like when you like
I feel
right before I hop out
just
the shower,
flushes
I
out
do
like a
that,
lot
and
of
then I
shit.
just feel chill as fuck. It's crazy.
Yeah, and apparently taking cold showers in general is really good for you.
Yeah.
I don't do that though. That shit is
Nah,
too
it's
much.
crazy.
I've been doing like damn near what you said, but not like back and forth. I'll just take like a warm shower, and then
Dude.
at the end I'll just turn it like cold as fuck.
That's what I used to do, and then I went back to warm, and it feels so good. Like, you should try it. But, like, go to straight cold to the point where you're like, you know, like,
It's probably
cold
just
as
like
fuck.
an espresso.
I just like to
shot
get
on
out
there.
the shower cold.
But it, oh, really?
I'm
Oh.
gonna be sweating like
I kind of feel that. I'm not gonna lie. I do turn the cold water back on at the end just to, like,
Well,
for
nah,
my
I
face.
hop out of the hot shower. I hop out of the hot shower and like my fans are blowing hard as fuck.
And you're feeling cold
That
as
shit
hell.
is great.
Yeah, I hate sweating after a shower.
Hop out of the cold shower and the fans are blowing.
And then I'm just shivering my ass off.
yeah, cold showers hit the.
Yeah, they do.
They can, especially on a hot day.
I feel like they're a part of like being able to make yourself take like a crazy cold shower or like an ice bucket thing. It
It's
makes
like
you
training your mind.
yeah to be able to not react to your emotions
It's
and to
good for the
think
body
first and
too.
shit.
Just to deal with the uncomfortable.
Yeah, I heard it's good to shock your nerves with, like, super cold water like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of athletes
It's
they be
good for keeping
doing
your body, your skin tight too.
Yeah, it'd be good for the skin.
they be doing that hot to cold though. They'll have like a whole like hot tub and like a fucking ice
I
bath.
feel like that's for muscles. That's for like
Yeah, that's usually like
muscles, yeah.
bodybuilders and shit, but
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy though, bro. Like fucking, I don't know. Cold showers, I just can't do it. I've tried. I have to like skate for like 4 hours and then I can.
that's
do it.
when they smack.
Yeah, it's like when I'm just fucking just hot.
And
Yeah.
you don't even think about it. You just turn to the coldest settings so let people cool you down.
Yeah, no. For real. That shit's fire.
But Florida's so hot, like you got to.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Someone asked me,
And it's humid as hell.
they're like hot coffee or cold coffee, and I'm
Iced
like,
coffee.
just because it's
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
It's too hot to be drinking a
I
hot
don't know
coffee.
why motherfuckers in Florida, like everyone at my work is like, I prefer the heat over the cold. Like you can't escape the heat.
Dude,
Yeah, what you
You could just bundle up
summer
if it's
is
cold.
so
That's what I'm saying,
bad.
you can escape the cold.
Damn.
Damn near, if you dress right, it'll feel like you're in a comforter in your bed in a fan.
Like they don't have no freaking AC out here in the freaking wall.
In Florida, wintertime is ice as
How
hell.
cold does it get where it used to be?
In England, it can get cold. Like it snows over there, so
Is it on like
Like
New York
everywhere.
shit? 'Cause it's
Everywhere.
city too, so you get that wind chill.
yeah, it's legit just like New York. It get cold.
I
I never really had to
It
deal with
don't
that.
really get too sunny, but like,
How hot does it get?
it can get
like in
it can
the
get
summer.
hot. Like hot to us is like 70.
Oh, okay. So nothing like nothing like
There's different scenarios too. Like when it sometimes it gets too cold to where you can't even like
I was about to
skate.
say the city, bro. Even if you bundle up, like just the winds between the buildings.
And it hurts your lungs
Through the
too.
fucking.
If you're working out or like skating or running, it really hurts your lungs.
Yo, for real.
And like if you ever fall, like that shit like breaks your
Skating when it's
brain.
cold is
Your bones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, your hands hitting the pavement and shit.
Oh,
it's kind of a vibe though. If you're just chill session,
Yeah.
yeah. Like once you fall over and you smack yourself hard.
or like palms on cement.
Yeah, that's what I
Palms
mean.
on cement. It's terrible.
You ever see like a skate clip gotten in the cold? Like you can tell it's cold as fuck, and then
Yeah.
beating their hands up. Like that's what's like, damn, they work.
Have you seen the snow skate shit?
That should be wild. I don't understand how people.
I think I've seen some.
It's kind of like
It's
it's
just a
basically
skateboard in
just
their
a
trucks.
skateboard in their trucks, and they do it in the snow. But like it's all like you can't really skate and cruise. Like they'll find a spot and they'll run, jump on it, hit the spot, and
But they'll be doing handrails still. I don't
Yeah.
understand how they get on that.
It's
road.
crazy.
and they do a lot of tricks where it's kind of creative. Like you can only do it in the snow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch some after this.
It's really dope.
Yeah.
Like I kind of want to do that, but I can
What'd you say
do
it was called?
yeah, snow skate.
No, it's good.
It's evolved so much. It used to just be like people.
It was like
a few
one
people.
company, dude. It started with like one company. Now it's like a damn.
You ever do that? Oh, you never seen snow. I used to live in North Carolina, bro.
Really?
And I snow skated when I was like 8.
I've seen snow. I never saw it falling. I saw like New York black disgusting snow, like after a blizzard, but it was still
You never
cold
seen
as
that
balls.
fluffy shit?
No, it was cold as
Bro.
balls. Like the cars have been driving, so the tar and the ash and the exhaust gets all in the snow.
That's not snow.
No,
I'm
it's
talking about like
Did you
4
pick it up and touch it
feet.
though?
Yeah, 4 feet. You could
Did
just
you pick it up
dive.
and touch it though?
yeah. I'm sure I did.
How? Oh, you were young.
You think there's more yellow
It
snow
was
in the
like
city?
9th grade, 10th
Yeah,
grade.
definitely being Yellowstone.
Dude, that shit gets gross out there in New York, though.
Yeah, because they already say the streets smell like piss. Imagine just during the winter.
But I can see the vibe, dude. It's such a vibe, but I could only really enjoy it if I was vacationing there. Because you can skate anywhere, everything feels like more alive, but it's lonely. It's like being in an ocean. Like you're alone, but there's like shit all around you, you know?
Wyland like
I
left
like-
Florida
I
to go
like
to
that
New York.
I feel. What?
Wyland left Florida to go to New York.
Yeah.
True. I don't
Like, I
know.
think some people it's like they do.
I can't.
I love everything around me moving.
The city
Yeah, I think
gets-
being from the city makes you. This is like the natural habitat.
I
Yeah.
swear, I love everything around me just moving. Everything got a heartbeat. Nothing stops.
Yeah.
It's because nobody's pays attention to each other.
Yeah,
either.
that you can do whatever you want, bro.
Yeah.
You live in your own world. You know?
I feel, but
I like it.
I feel
That's
like
why
you
it's
get
so like it
scared
feels
out
like the
around here.
ocean, but like it's a nice ocean if you got your good the right people
I
around you, the
feel.
right bubble.
I just need nature. Like I'm a real like
But you can have nature in
spiritual
the city.
guy.
You can have nature in the city though.
Yeah, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
need
Like you go to your Central Park or
Yeah.
something, or usually people feel like the city's just like no nature, no nothing, bro. You travel 20 minutes to an hour outside the city.
Yeah, it's
it's
just
just
country.
straight country.
Yeah.
Like you can go,
That's
like you
true.
can do the same things that you're doing out here in the country, but then you can go like another hour away when you're bored of being in the country, and then tee up in the city.
I feel like there's just something different about owning land. I feel like
That's for sure. Like saying this is yours.
like when I used to live at my dad's, like there was just something special about walking out on the porch and just these are like my.
I
You
feel
can own
that.
land in
I
New
feel
York.
that.
You
My
can own
dad-
land. Go up.
Yeah, I would live in New York. I wouldn't live in New York City, probably.
Yeah, you feel me? Go
Yeah,
upstate
you'd rather
New
like
York.
travel into the city than live there.
Yeah,
and travel out.
exactly.
I'd fuck.
I don't think I would hate living in Orlando more than New York though, because
Like
Orlando
downtown?
just has something like
Downtown's like sketch. I feel like.
It's not like a city; it's more just a club spot.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it feels
Like
like.
there's not much down there. I feel like.
Nothing to do in Orlando.
No, it's kind of just like
It's boring.
yeah, like New York.
It's like
People are going
it's
to
like going to Gainesville, going to like.
Bro, Gainesville's so boring.
I can't. That's yeah. There's like no like scene out there.
Gainesville's the West.
It feels nothing like a city.
Exactly.
I feel
It's
that
like
when I go out
Oviedo
there,
without Orlando around it, because we have UCF, but like we have Orlando.
Bro, when I first moved back up here, I realized UCF ain't even like practically in Orlando. It's like damn near Oviedo.
It is. It's
Oviedo.
It's Oviedo.
Crazy.
It's like colonial / Oviedo, pretty much.
Oviedo's just a baby O, which is an extension of Orlando.
Dude, I was talking to this Orlando native girl. I was driving her on
Why
It's a little bit
you put it like that? Orlando.
because listen, I told her I was from Oviedo. She didn't even know what it was.
I don't know half the cities in like.
Nobody knows what Oviedo. Oviedo's one of the smallest towns.
It is.
Yeah.
Like you had to like go to high school or like college here.
Or just yeah, be
I
around. Yeah.
know somebody who lives in there.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Like motherfuckers that were born or like just in Orlando in general.
Most of
It's kind of like a bubble. Like they don't really know a lot.
They
about it.
passed through Oviedo, but they never knew that was
Exactly. Like it's kind of like.
I mean, there was a chance she could have never been to Oviedo.
Well, I was talking to her and she came from Puerto Rico when she was like a junior or senior in high school, so she just really doesn't like.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so how she in
I
Orlando?
was just about to say.
I meant just like she lives in. It was more to prove. It was more to explain why.
But that doesn't make sense.
It was cap.
Oh, you sound like a nerd,
Like you could.
Man's just trying to prove his point by being like.
Listen, I like the Orlando native. That was funny.
Native just is a word for just local. I guess.
No.
Yeah,
Native, I think, means you came like
Yeah,
you're
you're
born.
born.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you're
pretty
born
much
like
means
Fred.
you're like
It's not
near
or at least been there your whole life.
Exactly.
Moving here in high school, not even close.
Yeah, I guess
For
so.
2 years of like.
She's like 25 though.
So she's been here for a couple years.
Yeah, like
She's just.
10.
You like them older women cut?
I would, yeah, 25?
That's not too old.
Yeah, that's like prime time.
You said right before the titty side.
No, isn't that lady?
I say between 20 and 20.
I'd say like it depends on your genetics.
Yeah.
Like some bitches got immaculate titties and they're like 38.
Yeah.
Some bitches got like I've seen saggy titty fucking high schoolers, bro. Especially back when I was in high school, like I knew so many bitches with just mommy knockers, bro.
I will, yeah. Have nice stomach.
I'm dead. Pretty much just comes down to genetics.
I feel bad for their lower back.
Yeah, no, they all got scoliosis.
Do you have like an age limit?
Like to.
Like if the titties are just like perky, and it's like
That
50.
sounded weird.
No, yeah. A cap, an age cap top, like going up.
Yeah.
So the oldest that you'd sleep with.
Yeah. Definitely. When they get to the grandma territory is
You
when
couldn't hit a gilf.
I could. No, maybe if they're hot and they don't remind me of my grandma.
No, what if they have gray hair?
Little granny take out her teeth.
If it's completely granny gray, no.
No, but like if she's 60 and looks good, I mean, I might.
Yeah, I
If
got
it's granny gray curly hair like
dude.
that.
It's still gonna look.
He wants a bougie granny.
Basically.
Yeah.
I don't want to
you
be
want
reminded of my
listen,
grandma.
You want like.
Listen, you just want a grandmother. No, you just want her to dye her hair.
I just want a woman like that drinks wine.
He just wants a woman.
Drinks wine in the bathtub and can just.
You can
like,
find that at 30 something.
Yeah, 40 is prime for that.
You don't want like a 25-year-old who's still just like doing nothing.
No, but I said
Nah, you gotta
women.
find people
I
the
said
same
women.
Same time as a 30-year-old is doing.
I mean a proper woman that's like damn near had a kid, so she's like a
I
damn
don't know
near.
if that makes.
They're just like I want like one that drinks
She can.
wine.
Mine's like my point of view is that she gets like a bag for herself type shit and is like damn near just like.
Nah, well that's not really my fantasy. Like some people have that kind of fantasy, but mine is more just like one that can like show me love and compassion, like as a family or like a kid, like a son.
You want somebody who's experienced life. And
I want somebody that'll make me dinner, like, and as a motherly thing.
Baby, bro.
So you have baby like that.
That's why you
have like baby fantasies and stuff.
No, I like mature women, like just a woman, bro, like a woman. There's a difference between a girl and a fucking like grown ass woman.
I know.
I like get your own back.
You want somebody to rock you to sleep?
Just figuratively, just emotionally.
No, I can relate to what you're saying. Like you
Like she drinks wine, she's a fucking.
Why is that?
Because, bro.
Like Jada Paul drinking wine. Like Jada Paul drinking wine.
I know the stereotype I'm referring
You're
to.
talking
I
about.
know, like you're talking about that red wine, little artsy.
The American mom that lives in upper suburbia and drinks wine.
Yeah, there's no with the pills. You're talking about the ones with like little TV shows, like.
Yeah, I'm talking about that basically. Like those pop little
And then the ones with all the crazy ass like problems and shit.
Not all
You
are
want
crazy.
weed, so you want like a weed. You want like a weed.
Yes, they're bad.
They're
You ever seen-
bonded, so
But
it's
they
not-
want
You ever seen
an
weed? Yeah.
18-year-old.
You want like a weed girl. You ever seen weed?
No, weed girls are too real. Like I feel like I
No,
need.
I said weeds. You ever seen
Yeah, the
weed
main
shows?
character.
Kind of like one of those weed moms.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like what's that movie where the guy was a tennis coach and he was fucking all those rich moms?
Oh, yeah, it's like the movie, the guys in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he starts making loads of men, like those type of women. Those type of women.
So you want to be a prostitute?
Well, that's
That's more of an exaggeration. Like,
Bro, I wish I could sling that toe.
Not
Yeah,
all.
Now they're building that.
It's $300 a
Take on the
session.
slang dick to mature women.
That's not too bad.
woman, yes. That would be a fire thing, bro.
Hey, does it have to be like good wine or can it be box wine?
That's that trailer park
It
one.
just depends. Like I would
As long as it's
prefer
red.
just honestly.
As long as it's big.
No,
No, but there's mature women that aren't rich and they drink box wine, but they sip it in the bathtub and they're mature.
I've met
Some
some.
of them, but like I don't know if they drink wine.
I know what you're saying though. You wanna
I'm just trying to picture you guys to picture the stereotype.
you want to get taken care of. You want it to feel like you're
That's not what they're like.
You go wine and you go wine and craft with them. You go like you wine and drink and like paint with them.
Well, I think it would just be hot to have like a kind of taboo, like young but mature women, and it's not really like going finger painting and shit.
I'm not talking about fingerprinting.
I like that analogy.
Maybe if it had a sexual twist, like that sexy pottery scene in that one movie.
That definitely you said it yourself. You would want her to like make you food and
But
But
it's
it's
not
not
that.
that turns me on. It's just the fact that she has that motherly, mature women vibe that is like fire. I don't get turned on because she made me.
No, I know.
Exactly, like I'm sure
That's what I'm trying to say.
she understands boys and like she can like talk to me and just like understand me from a mature woman's standpoint.
Almost like your mom, but you can fuck her around the house.
Exactly.
I kind
The of a grown woman that I can.
You got the six.
I can completely relate with how, but the only way you can like say it is like a mom.
Basically, exactly, because that's what the most mature women are usually moms. Really.
Well, just their step in front of it. It's 10,000.
Yeah, the step does add a lot of stuff.
No, you should. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? That would be
You just want the comfort of a motherly figure.
Imagine you're touring with like a bitch in Houston is like an old, like a mature woman that just like invites you over and she's like ready in like the lingerie with like a glass of wine and then in a nightgown or something. Like you would fucking be all about that.
What's this age? What's the you said the age don't matter.
The wine is so like hey, the wine is so appointed to the image for him. He like she has
It does. It's just strong.
She has to have
It is part of it.
It's because every woman I'm talking about right now does that shit.
But
With lingerie, yep.
They'll have like a nightgown and they'll drink wine and they'll watch soap operas and
why is it
You're
for
gonna have a
every
whiskey.
woman?
You can have a whiskey in your
I'll
She
drink
drinking
wine
wine?
with her.
You gonna drink wine with her?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Alright.
Or the whiskey, yeah.
The whiskey, nah.
She gotta have like a penthouse.
I wouldn't want to,
apartment.
dude. A young bitch, you get sloppy drunk and you fuck her. With a mature woman, no. You don't get like off the whiskey just drunk as shit.
You can just find a mature person who's like 25, 28. You sound, I feel like what I'm hearing is like
She wants a
30.
40 years.
Well, I think it really comes down to experiences. Plays into the fantasy. Just an experienced woman as well. You know, it plays into it. Like,
But then don't you think it's kind of like
it's kind of like a mind thing. Like, especially with a young guy, an experienced, mature. Yeah, but that's why it needs to be a mature woman because she's like a Great Dane, like a cougar. You know why they say cougars? You know, they're dangerous. They know what they're doing. They're mature. They're strong, independent, like
she's gonna get preyed upon?
basically. But like, I wouldn't want to get preyed upon. That sounds negative.
That's why they call them that, though.
Well, that's more like I would be down.
Yeah,
with it. It wouldn't be a prey thing. Like,
yeah, but it's because they do want it. Yeah, they want it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I could
So they
see-
are kind of.
There's a line. Some of them are just too slutty and weird. Like there's a line. Like
What's the youngest you can go that if they have enough kid experience and they meet the other standards?
Well,
but they're
I think I'm a little young right now, so like 26, 27 is like older to me. More mature.
I feel like
could probably
that's
get
solid.
away with that, but like I'm sure when I'm 25, it's not gonna feel that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, at 25, yeah.
I'm gonna want that 40-year-old bitch at 25.
Late 30s.
Literally, bro.
40 sounds a bit excessive.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like at 25.
I could smack like a 40 plus, but like to wipe
I would never whip up one of these women. I mean, I would love to. When I'm older, like, yeah, I would love to, but like, dude, I'm gonna be like 30 and this bitch gonna be like fucking old.
That boy's crazy.
You forgot the part where they're like their husband passed away, but they still have all the money.
Or they just fucking because their husband is rich and is always gone.
Yeah, at work.
Yeah, and he's a fucking.
It's all like you just want to be used. Yeah, it's all you just want to be used.
She's just bored in a life of like money, nothing to do, so she sees a young boy like me.
Little pizza boy.
Oh my god.
Nah, like he driving her car one day.
But it's not like a one-time fuck, it's like a little fling.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Every
She
time
gives
you
you a
get
little
your
pay
first
salary, so you just want to shit them on.
Yeah.
Well, it's not about the money or like that. Like I would obviously love the money, but
Yeah.
like that's not what.
You just want the experience.
Hey, she would break you off though if
Yeah, you just want the experience of being preyed upon.
I'm just about to get down to Opus's ideal woman.
What is your ideal woman, Opus?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't really want a girl, but I need pussy every once in a while.
Let me ask you this then. What age do you think you could let's say you have the perfect woman, what age do you think you could take her and settle down?
I think I wouldn't really be settling down. Like I would still be grinding in life and like focusing on
Yeah,
myself.
but we talk about like
What
Just
age?
stop fucking other girls, bitches.
Yeah, what age?
Like,
If she was
you could only
literally
have
your
her-
perfect woman.
yeah, like that you're only with her. You don't want.
I mean, I
nobody
feel
else.
like I could do it any time, but will it last? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Really? Okay.
Like I can't tell you how I'll feel when I'm 22. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I was
So you
thinking
gonna say you gonna kick her out when you're 22 and you don't like it no more?
Dude, there's been times in my life where I thought I wanted it so bad. I get back with a bitch and like just complete opposite the second it's official.
For sure. Yeah.
Like, and it's just like you think you know yourself.
Yeah, you really don't.
Yeah, you think you know what you want, and then just.
you think that's gonna be the same when you're like a grown man though? Like
No, I've
30?
been becoming a more mature person, like just in general, with like. Dude, it's hard to find genuine relationships outside of school and shit.
I know what you're saying.
When you're in the real world, that shit is valuable, especially if you find someone you know is like valuable, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you don't know that
Because you
shit
really
is
don't see a
rare.
lot. Yeah, you don't really see a lot of
And it's
valuable
getting
people.
more and more rare with the lives we live nowadays.
It's because you're not surrounded by a whole bunch
You're
of
not
people.
building connections on a daily basis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's rare to find someone. I think like I place value in that now. So
Mhm. I mean, I think around like 30, 35, I could probably say I would be, monogamous.
yeah, I could see myself piping 7 years with a girl and just leaving her. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying until I die. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that now. It would really.
No, I mean, what age? It sounds like never.
It's hard to say, man.
Yeah.
Like depending on how your life goes is different too. Like,
Yeah.
let's say you start getting rich.
then maybe after.
And you have a really nice female around you, like that might change the pace of how.
Why? Because you want to fuck out bitches?
Because you know she's loyal and she fucked with
Once
you
you got
before
money-
you were rich, so it's more valuable. 'Cause when you get rich, things change for you.
Everybody wants shit.
Exactly. People can't relate to you. They don't see you as a normal person. Like whether they do or not, they'll just act different around you without even being able to help it.
I feel that right now. I feel that already. Though.
I feel no. There's definitely probably people on your dick. Like
That's how I be so like at home, like working.
I hate that shit. That shit makes me so uncomfortable, bro.
So like walking into like very uncomfortable.
Just like people are just on your cock.
Especially still being in a city where like you grew up with these people too, so it's like people even hating on you because they're like, you studying me there, or like people see the moves that you're making, so they see where you're going, and they're like, oh shit, like I need to latch on to this.
I
and,
feel.
like, be a part of.
And
this
then when you
before.
finally have it, then it just gets so worse.
So much worse. Like you feel me? That's why I like to be at home so much and just working on what I need to work on, because. Like, I want to be around under that. Even when it gets to that point, it gets worse. Like, I'm just going to be same boat, same team.
Bro, you
like,
see,
I
like,
got my people. Like, we cool.
The famous people that are still around in the game forever, they only really hang out with other famous people. Like, look at Little Peep. He surrounded himself with a bunch of normal-ass people, and that shit just destroyed them. He had to get the fuck out of that shit. I feel like that's just how it comes to an end.
That's why I find it so hard right now, because there's not really nobody around here other than, like, Nerd and Bill and stuff, and, like, those are the ones that I really know, but like it's hard for me to connect with people through the phone. Everybody's connected through social media, and like I'm a person where it's like you have to meet me in person, and like once that you feel the vibe, and then we know
Literally.
we're locked in. But through the phone, don't know what to say. I'm all overthinking texts.
I do that shit all the
like,
time,
you feel
bro.
me? Like I'm not coming off how I want to come off, so they're not interpreting it the right way, and then it's like I feel like I'm fighting more to build this genuine connection through the phone.
When all it takes is just seeing
like
each other
seeing
once.
once. And then like we're like, it's locked in for life. Like you know that's your bro. Like you could feel that energy
just a
when you-
connection right off the bat
exactly.
type shit.
And like being in the art world, when I can tell that a lot when I meet real artists.
It's because it's hard to
gravitate towards,
understand,
like,
like
real artists.
gain an understanding of someone without being in person with them, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's people you'll meet and you just know they understand exactly what, like
you feel me? Like just with a few minute conversation.
exactly, and you're
Just by-
instantly comfortable
just
around
by
them.
from what they watch. Like when I linked up with this one videographer the other day, like I was smoking and stuff. Like you feel me? And like first time ever meeting him, and like I'm smoking. He's not hitting the. You feel me? He's not smoking with me. But then he talks about the movie. He talks about Gaspar. You know, the director and stuff, and that shot Into the Void and all the other movies. So I was like, oh, he does psycho.
He know, like you know who
feel-
he is.
Yeah,
kinda.
as soon as he said that, it was like, oh, he's a trip. He like
He's-
psychedelic.
yeah, exactly.
You feel me? And then when I asked him if he like, he's like, yeah, I've been microdosing this whole trip. Like, you feel me? And like I was
That's
like, okay,
crazy.
it makes sense. Like, you feel me? Like that's how I know. Like we like the same style of stuff. As soon as
You
he
can
said, yeah, you feel me?
understand each other.
Yeah, I
You
knew
know what
like
I'm
where
saying?
his brain was. I was like, oh, you kind of feel like me. Then you kind of see
Yeah.
the world, kind of like how I see the world.
I think everybody needs to like. Drugs are so like dangerous, but so beneficial.
Very beneficial.
It's
It'll be
crazy.
dangerous if you're doing the wrong drugs and if you're not doing real drugs. If you're doing drugs, please get your drugs tested or please know who you're
Yeah.
getting
For
them
real.
from. You feel me? Don't take no drugs from any random person who's giving them to you, and don't take no drugs that seem way too cheap for what you know should be more.
You pay for what you get.
Yeah, exactly. You pay for what you get. Like you feel me? You wouldn't go
Yeah.
out buy like you feel shitty when you eat McDonald's because you buy McDonald's. Like you feel me?
Yeah.
Like be
For
smart.
real.
Be smart with what you're doing.
Yeah,
You
know, pay a
especially
little
when
bit
you're
more.
dealing with your brain, you want to
Exactly.
overpay
You
than
feel me?
underpay.
Exactly. Anything that's dealing with
It's
your
like a
body,
tattoo,
with your brain.
bro.
Yes,
You'd rather
You-
spend the extra bread if you know you're getting a great tattoo
exactly.
than just.
like
Definitely that.
going to the hood guy around the corner and spending like a quick 50.
That's
for a
why
big
I
chest
support
piece.
government and like drugs. You know. what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
Kind of-
wish there was some sort
kind
of
of,
like
'cause
legal MDMA.
I kind of agree with that, but then it also gets to a point where like you're getting all these government weeds that's got pesticides.
Exactly,
or
that's
whatever,
being
like,
chemical. So like
Taking
like,
government acid, I
it's-
don't know if I would
that's
trust
what I'm
it
saying.
like that.
It's kind of hard. Like it's kind of hard to find the balance between. Because I agree with that. Because they can definitely give us safe drugs, but
Yeah.
will they?
You
give
got to
us
put
safe
all your
that's a
drugs?
trust
good
in the
point.
government.
Will
Yeah.
they give us safe drugs?
You
That's
have
the
to put
question.
trust in them, like to do
yes,
that.
they have the power to get us all the good, clean, safe drugs.
Yeah.
But would they do that?
And
I
then
feel
watch
like-
them start doing it like the pharmacy market, and then they
Yeah.
just do it.
Yeah,
for
well,
money,
corruption
and then-
touches it, and it gets worse and
Exactly, it
worse.
gets-
You know.
I
exactly.
mean, what about ketamine and MDMA therapy? Like, you think
Yeah.
those drugs are clean?
Well, I think those are
I
private
hope so.
companies,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, I
Probably
definitely
private
hope.
companies.
You probably need a license to be able to distribute that shit.
And I feel like
Exactly.
Europe would do that shit more properly than America would.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, just think about the drugs from Big Pharma. It's probably not that different
yeah.
than just getting it from the government. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're massive, basically.
think
their
about-
own government.
Think about when they released the perk shit, and then they were like, "Yep, this isn't addictive at all."
Yeah,
And
they
then-
were trying to
Lied
say
to
that
everybody.
oxys weren't
Yeah.
that addictive. like-
I was a part of that stage. I remember that. I broke my knee, got prescribed like double the dose that I should have.
like 100 pills
Like,
or
bro,
some
like some crazy amount, and then I had to take two of them at a time. Like, you feel me?
Damn, because your
Like-
tolerance built up, and that's
Yeah.
addiction.
No. They
That's what
started
they-
me
yeah,
off.
they
They
started
just
off.
started me
Damn.
off with 2 at a time, bro. And I remember one time my mom
That's
woke me up out
fucked.
my sleep, like, yo, your bike's missing. Somebody stole your bike. But like, I was so high up out of it. My boy came to my crib earlier, then woke
And
me up out of
borrowed
my
it.
sleep and borrowed my bike. And I'm moving
You were
around
just nodding
like
out,
like a
basically.
zombie, like just
Yeah, you
going
are-
with the. You feel me? Just going with the ad. But this is like me at like 14, 15, never really experienced like no drugs like that. Like,
You don't
feel
really
me?
know what you're
I-
doing.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
all
you feel me?
confused,
Like
yeah.
I just got these pills for surgery, so I'm just like.
I
never
see
felt like this
people
before.
like older people nowadays that are just getting into drugs now, and they don't know what they're like really
Yeah.
doing, you know, and they don't know like how to control their like shit. It's kind of crazy because like we've been doing drugs all high school, so we know what's up. Like these people just dive head first. Like I see that.
when you
Yeah.
first smoke weed,
Man,
like what age?
I actually held off from smoking weed until I was like probably like 14,
Oh, okay.
like 14, 15.
Were you getting high when you were on the oxys?
Yeah, high as hell.
Yeah, for sure.
High as hell. Like that's why I started smoking weed, because I got out of oxys.
Oh,
It
really?
was like when I grew up, when I was growing up in England, everyone around, like my uncle was a bit like my uncle smoked a lot of weed. He's a roster. My brother smoked a lot of weed. Everybody smoked a lot of weed around me. And it was like weed was so easy for me to grab, but like it didn't really like. I was in the skate world too, so everybody in the skate world was smoking.
Yeah,
But like it wasn't really something like.
you didn't have an urge to really do it.
Yeah,
like
because
that.
it was so everybody's around me doing it. I'm not really like.
It's like kids that grow up in alcoholic homes and don't really drink.
Yeah, you feel me? Exactly. Like I didn't really like see no urge to do it.
Yeah,
Like,
because it's normalized.
exactly. And then you feel me? I saw the use of what you can do with it. And after I messed up my knee, because I was like, yo, I don't really like getting this high off these pills. I don't really like what the pills are doing to me. And then my boy was like, yo, smoke this blunt with us. I was like,
Yeah, probably got high as shit.
so high. Like,
My first time
so
smoking
high.
was with a blunt too, bro. That shit clapped me. And then my homie left to go to work and just left me like probably a 30-minute walk from my crib. So I just piped it out at Panera, ate free bread and water. Just mind blown. Like how fire the weed was.
What did you smoke for your first time, Adam?
I think it was a blunt. Yeah, like a little swisher or something.
Yeah.
I smoked like 2 or 3 bowls, was fried, and my other homie, who was like damn near teaching me how, coughed into it and broke it. I was so pissed.
Yeah.
And it was only a gram of weed I bought, and we were like halfway through it. I was fried.
It's probably some dookie
Who
weed.
knows?
See, me,
First time I
was
smoked, I didn't
smoking
even get high.
My first
I was smoking
dookie,
good
my
weed.
first weed was Duke.
I was smoking good weed. I was in the trap with all the right people. Like, you feel
Yeah,
me?
they probably
I
put you
feel
on
it.
real quick.
And
Like the
yeah,
old, the older people.
Yeah, exactly. So you feel me? I was right. Like that's why I was like, you feel me? It was smooth. Like I've always been around the best of the best. So
I
it
feel.
seemed it was just a matter of time before I picked it up.
Type
Nah,
shit.
Nah, I understand. Like it's crazy how the older you get, the more you understand. Like even without having to talk to your parents or people, like older people in your family, like their journey and their like life.
It's crazy,
Like
dude.
just by through your experience.
You never stop learning, even
Yeah,
when you're like
exactly.
60. You're still
what I'm
learning
saying.
about life. Like it's insane, dude.
Exactly.
You start off with no vision whatsoever of like what
None.
life is, and then you slowly just start.
Start
is
seeing what
crazy.
life really is.
Some people get broken in that process
Like
too.
imagine what you
A
were
lot of people
thinking, you
do.
know, at
It's a challenge.
between like 7 and 11. Like
Yeah.
those ages.
Yeah,
like,
you have no
were
real
nothing.
perspective of
Yeah.
what you're
Yeah,
doing.
it was
or
still
who you
it
are.
was still like a blank fucking portrait.
Yeah, no, I really do think life is just a challenge. Like in
Yeah,
general, it's
it
kind
is.
of a challenge just to get through it, because this shit does break people, you know.
It breaks a lot of people.
It's because it's all nothing but ups and downs.
Mhm.
And you gotta be able to like accept
It's
that.
an experience and a challenge, you know.
Yeah.
One of the biggest experiences.
It is the only experience. That's why, like,
Yeah.
I've been like saying this phrase since yesterday. Like life is the main course, and like motherfuckers be like feasting on the appetizers,
Yeah.
and they don't even like
What's the
tap in.
appetizers?
Like
metaphor?
drugs, cheap shit, like cheap thrills, having fun all the
Yeah.
time, not
Materialism.
focusing on like
living
life.
life is
Exactly.
Really, but like it's really hard, bro. Like, cause like
Society, it's just the way
yeah,
it
not
kind of
even
programs us.
Not even society, but society and just money again. Like, you feel me? Cause like we know what like living life is gonna feel like, and we have an idea of living life, but we haven't been able to fully experience living life yet because we
haven't
not
gotten there.
financially stable. Not even gotten there because we haven't had the
I feel.
freedom to really experience and have. The
But
free
that's all
will
a
to
part
do
of
that.
life, you know. Like everyone in their 20s has to grind at nothing.
Some people
you know?
just
Yeah,
born
for
into
sure.
it. Some
And
people
that's
are
why-
just-
You-
you
lucky
feel me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
some people are
just
born
lucky.
into it, but that's
Some
because
people-
someone down the line.
That's
like,
why you feel me, and that's why right now we're gonna be the first. That's why I'm trying to aim for, bro.
literally,
first,
bro.
the first of all to set
And
up
that's why
everything.
I see people not like
Yeah.
living
Yeah.
life, and it's like, bro,
Yeah, nobody in my family's made $1 million.
life doesn't stop.
You
We're
know what I'm
living
saying? I'm
this
trying to
shit.
hit $1 million.
Like that's a hard pill to swallow, bro. That you're living life and that like the shit is real. You know,
Yeah.
like it's time to like actually live it. Like people just spend so much time avoiding and escaping.
What trying to run away.
That's what like America promotes with materialism.
But yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Society makes it very hard to like really escape that shit, but it's a challenge, you know. You got to play the game. It's kind of it's just a game, like especially with society and shit.
Real.
We don't really have a choice.
Yeah, shit.
Shit's wild as fuck though.
Some music talk. Y'all listen to Kendrick's album?
Nope.
No, I didn't know he dropped.
You didn't know he dropped? Yo, that's crazy.
That
I
is
ain't,
fine.
I
I
ain't
knew
gonna
he
lie.
dropped, but I haven't
I ain't
taken
gonna
a
lie,
listen
I
either.
haven't took a real listen to it yet. But I am working with a videographer that just got hit up by the videographer that shot the whole video. So you feel
That's
me?
fire.
Damn,
So-
that's crazy.
So that's smooth.
For Kendrick?
Yeah, you know the one where he had the face changer. What's his name? PG Lang. PG Lang just hit up the videographer that I'm working with right now.
Oh,
So
okay.
That's fire.
that's exciting. But I haven't listened to it yet.
I feel. Yeah, I don't know. I've been kind of out of the social media loop.
I usually listen to my own music or like my boys' music. That you feel me?
I feel I only use social media at work pretty much.
Yeah, cause you be bored.
Yeah, exactly. So like whatever I see at work is basically what I see, and it's usually just say cheese and just bullshit.
Just like scroll stuff.
yeah, just scrolly
Feeding your
bullshit.
life
yeah,
nonsense, bro.
Yeah.
Information that you didn't even need.
and then
Nah,
TikTok is
stop.
so much worse.
I don't even go on TikTok.
Nah, I don't even have
Nah,
that
I'd be
shit.
on TikTok. It's
I had to make a TikTok because everybody
Yeah.
around me kept telling me I need one.
Because technically,
Yeah, it's
like,
good for like maybe promotional, but it's not good
It
to
is-
be on.
the
like,
thing
I
about
ain't
content.
TikTok-
I made one TikTok. That
It's
was it.
kinda like
Can't do it.
YouTube.
How many views did he get?
it can be trash or it can be
Nah.
I
fire.
don't even know.
Oh,
You
okay.
know what I mean? I'm not. I don't even.
I would,
I
it's
can't
just
wrap my head
because like
around it.
that content fucking reaches a lot of people. So
Yeah.
so you're able to like spread the word.
Well,
about
the
it.
thing about social media is like when you're promoting on any other social media,
They
it's
don't
only
really-
going to your followers.
Followers, yeah.
TikTok, it's basically like you have to pay for advertising to get out to unique people that don't know. who
Yeah.
you are.
Instagram's starting to do that though.
You have
I
to
don't know if
sponsor
you
that
noticed on your
Yeah,
feed, on your
everything's just crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Like I'm
Reels
not even
don't
following
follow-
these people.
Yeah.
and I'm getting their content.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
It's
crazy.
because
You
they're
can
trying
say
to
it-
copy the TikTok
You
algorithm.
can say you're not interested in shit, but it's.
It's like 2 ads back to back.
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm interested in a lot of the content they show me. So,
Yeah, same.
But-
it's because they're just reading who you are.
but I'm
from
not
the
Yeah.
following them. So
And it's just the reason they're going towards that direction is because at TikTok, it's an endless feed.
I
of
know,
shit.
yeah, and it's pretty.
And
much-
it's shit you don't really expect to see all the time. So it's just feeding your brain constantly. That's why it's so addictive and profitable.
Yeah, because it's getting views and the.
I wonder if
views
there's
is
an
money.
algorithm in the way that they show you the certain videos.
That's exactly what it is. It's just targeting. They know what to show you to get you keep scrolling and addicted, you know?
Yeah, like you gotta have like maybe like 2 fillers and then one good interesting one and then like 2 fillers.
Yeah, it's like you don't
something.
follow anyone really. It just knows what you like based on how you use the app. It's like an AI, damn
It
near.
really is.
Just learns
kinda
about
crazy
you,
because
and
yeah,
then-
it even YouTube does it. you know?
Yeah, and they used to
all
not
of
do
them.
that, but because TikTok had this boss ass algorithm, everyone wants that shit.
That's
China.
insane. Yeah,
And it's really unhealthy.
because like
too.
remember like back
It's
then on
really
YouTube there
It
used to be
is.
like the sub box and I don't know you used to be
Mhm.
able to follow.
There was
follow-
recommended, but it was based on just the video you're really
Really
watching,
watching,
like
yeah.
at that time. Like,
I'm not trying to feed you bull.
dude, it's crazy. TikTok is crazy addictive, bro. Like, I'd be
Are
on
you
that bitch
addicted
for
to
like.
TikTok?
It's easy to just like go
What
on
do you-
there.
what do you watch on TikTok?
A
Content's
lot of
not
people
good
are.
enough.
What do I watch on TikTok? It changes, like it evolves, but it's mainly just like funny shit, music shit, and like just interesting.
See, I
shit.
just watch Instagram because whatever's on TikTok that's trending, like
Is on
on
Instagram.
Yeah,
It's all the
Yeah.
same
2 weeks
too.
later it'll be on Instagram, bro.
Yeah, I ain't
Like,
even
a
gonna
week
lie.
later it'll be on Instagram.
It's
that's
too
another
easy though
thing.
on TikTok to just like you're bored, so you hop on it for 5
It's
minutes,
so
and it
full
turns
of-
into an hour and a half. You know, it's way too.
That's
easy.
why I never downloaded that app.
Dude, I
It's
know
so
so
full of
many
bullshit.
females, bro, that just sit at home and
I
scroll
know,
through
dude.
TikTok
That's like
for hours
that's
and
like
hours
the first
and
thing that
hours.
comes to my head is like just girls who just sit and just fucking scroll their fucking
Yeah.
finger off.
It's
Like
pretty wild.
my sister does it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty
You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
crazy, dude.
I mean, even our parents do that shit. Like,
Yeah.
like really look. Like,
So,
I feel
yeah.
I feel like I didn't see my dad or my mom like scrolling as much as like from like 5 years ago. You
Yeah,
know?
well, my mom scroll like crazy now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see her on her phone, like,
Yeah,
you know,
like,
doing her
so
own thing.
much.
It's because it's accessible to old people too.
Yeah.
TikTok, because it's as easy as scrolling and double tapping. So
My mom
It appeals to everyone.
And it's interesting content for that.
it is.
be on
It's
dating
good
mail.
It's like it feeds your brain for as long as you'll.
As long,
stand it.
yeah, quite literally, bro. That's insane.
It's
Bro, there's
crazy.
old
dude.
As long as you scroll a little.
Literally, bro.
Why is TikTok the one app where like there's hella old people on it? I feel like.
I feel like it's just so accepted now. Like, and it's because there's old people on every social media, but because TikTok is randomly generated, just sending
Just
you
see more
videos,
of them.
you see a lot more old people.
Yeah.
No
But
one's
even
gonna
like
follow
content
old people, you
creator
know?
wise, there's
Yeah, a
fucking
lot more
old people
older-
making
making
TikToks
content.
and shit.
It probably also because it's they make it easy to create TikToks. You know,
True.
anyone can really do
You
it.
made a
That's
TikTok before?
I have like one draft to promote a song, but
You didn't drop it?
I did drop it. It was from like 2019 or something. It's just sitting there. But yeah, I don't know.
Damn, TikTok's been around for a minute at this point.
TikTok's fire, but I'm just not really at a place where I feel like I'm ready to like even
Be a
heard.
social media. Yeah, be a social media like promoter for
If I'm
yourself.
promoting my music, like I just don't feel like my music's ready to be heard, really.
I feel that.
What do you think it did to the music scene as far as TikTok?
It just turned in.
It made it so.
It flooded it with.
If
It's like
you
SoundCloud
really only
2.0.
need this certain part of the song is what it made.
Yeah, right. Like you just
Yeah.
need something that's like 5 seconds. That's
Yeah,
good
between
enough.
like 5 and 30 seconds of like.
And it's
the
just
best
like
part of the song.
SoundCloud. SoundCloud made it easy, so it
It's
got really
saturated,
oversaturated.
yeah.
TikTok made it even easier to promote, so it's a lot. It
Oversaturated,
gets
just
even
like
more oversaturated. You know,
Oversaturated. There's like
Yeah,
10 million.
That's
they
the
make
problem
they're
when
making it
everybody
harder
can do
for
it.
everybody with real talent, and
Right.
real like stories to tell to like get their stories out.
And the thing about TikTok, I've noticed a lot of songs blow up, and it creates just instant one-hit wonders.
Well, yeah, that's
You know what I'm
literally-
saying?
Like quite literally.
I
it's
know
just,
I
like-
know a lot of rappers that blown off of TikTok.
For
yeah,
real.
even people
To this
who are
day
just
that
like,
I
oh
talk
yeah,
to.
that one TikTok song.
Like
I
the
got-
ones that go super viral, it's
You know who Young Slimy is?
nah.
Nope.
He blew up off of TikTok.
Is it Young Simi?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I don't
My
know.
DJ, but my DJ says DJ, and like they make good money just from that song blowing up with TikTok. I ain't
I'm
gonna lie.
sure because people go back and listen to the whole thing,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
on
you
Spotify,
get a couple million
Yeah,
views.
made,
people hit up on Spotify because it's
Good
stuck in
money.
their head, and because TikTok's just blaring it into your face.
Yeah, and actually, I've seen like labels starting to promote artists through those like
Like
the
just
songs.
scout artists.
Yeah.
Through.
No, like they'll
They
have
definitely
like
scouting on this for TikTok.
they'll have
Yeah.
like a certain song like they'll try to promote
Yeah,
on
on
TikTok.
TikTok.
I
Yeah.
see.
So then like you scroll like
G
4
It makes it
videos, and it's
easy
all
to-
the
Herbo
same
tried to
song.
promote, like that's when G Herbo made that one video trying to promote his stuff.
Dude, it's probably way easier to make industry plants with TikTok.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
Like you notice how many songs are
Industry
the
plans don't
same
last long,
on
though.
like TikTok
yeah,
and
there's
shit.
a lot of trash on TikTok.
I mean, you just
Because they just trending.
I hear all the same sounds like
yeah, it's because
Well,
all them
even
sounds are
I hear
trending, and
people
that's-
using sounds.
Everybody just loves
Using the
trending.
same thing.
Yeah,
I hear people using sounds where the song is just some trash kid rapping.
Yeah, it's probably like people who are just using their own sounds.
Maybe.
yeah, trying to promote. Yeah.
Maybe.
Trying to promote.
Usually
Everybody
it's
wants to
just-
slice.
You're probably on the darker side of TikTok. like the off-brand TikTok stars.
yeah, well, I get a lot of music shit, so it's a lot of promotion.
Yeah, promotion.
But a lot of it is cool shit, like mixing techniques and like
Stuff that you
tutorials
can
and
use,
shit.
yeah.
Just little tips.
Yeah, like quick.
Have you ever
30
used any
seconds.
of them
Yeah. Not really because I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
So
really.
zero
I have them
applications.
saved
Yeah.
though. like in my
what's up.
phone.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really use them.
Honestly, I can agree with you. Like, even though I do learn some stuff, like I don't ever use those.
Yeah, like you might learn a little something.
Yeah, but
you
it's
never
all
gonna
just
really use it.
just trash can.
It is motivating sometimes if you have the right shit though.
I understand.
Yeah, I do see some motivating content and motivates
Yeah,
me, but
it's kind of like YouTube. Like it can be very trash for you, or you might be able to get something out of it.
I feel like
how often you apply it though, it's still very minimal.
Exactly.
Unless you really make that move.
Have you seen the new TV show that they just made about these kids they're not going to college and they're all in the house learning how to be TikTok stars?
Oh yeah,
I haven't
it's
seen
a movie.
Is it not
TV
a
show?
like real life reality TV show?
I heard some
Yeah.
shit go down with it was sounding just like that story, and like I don't know, I guess like they had the manager was just like pretty much like stealing money from them and shit.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, TikTok stars are so sad. I've known one
Like,
in real life, bro.
Apparently he had like kids sleeping in
I know a
closets
few of
and
them
shit.
in real life.
They're like not famous, but like they're
They're
just
famous.
They're famous and like
They
they
go
got
on
a
don't
little
big head.
tours.
they
go on
don't
little
ever
tours to
do
meet, like,
anything with the clout.
13-year-olds and like
Yeah, they
I
never
swear.
do shit with the clout because they're usually untalented people.
people. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's so hard for like real talented people to get out because most talented people don't know how to really.
Well, it's
market.
because the society isn't watching the good shit. They're
yeah.
watching the dance videos and the easy, just
Mhm.
brain fucking pebbles that.
Yeah.
But like, you can do it right. I feel like
I want to make a movie.
that would be dope, bro.
Yeah, I want to make a few movies. I feel like I love movies, and I feel like some of the best movies are like when you see like real life movies that like kind of like maybe been a little bit exaggerated, but like they're like people who did
They paint
dirt.
a picture and tell you something about
Not-
society.
Not even kind of, but like people who've done dirt and like come from nothing and then like made it in like real society.
feel.
Like pain no gain. Like you feel me? Like them bodybuilders who are scamming everybody and made like millions.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
Or like the movie about the silk market. Or like you feel me? Like movies about real people who did like.
I like those
I would-
movies too.
you feel me?
Movies in general, it's like just you can really paint like a way
yeah.
more accurate picture of what you're trying to
Exactly.
portray versus music, you know?
Yeah.
Because you're actually visualizing there for like an hour and a half. It's more of a story, you know?
Yeah,
And
I
you could
love
tell
it.
stories in music, but to actually like movies go way
Yeah,
deeper
way
with
deeper
that
into
shit.
it. Yeah, you can do way more stuff with movies.
You really can, bro.
That's why every time I try to shoot a music video, I always try to make it like a movie. No matter
Yeah,
how
for
long
real.
it is.
Yeah, you should definitely try and do that because that brings a lot of people.
That's why I don't drop
Like
so
people
many,
like to watch that
You
shit.
feel me? That's why I don't drop as much music videos as like everybody else. Like I got friends that drop like music videos every week.
For every song.
Yeah, like you feel me? Every week they got a music video out. Every week they got a
Yeah.
new song out. Me, I got a song, then I gotta put a treatment behind the song, how I really want it to be.
You think that's
portrayed
good
to the world.
promotion?
I mean, it can be, but it can be at the same time. Like it stunts my growth a little bit because I'm not dropping as consistent, so I'm not always in the people's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But like I last longer. Like I've realized like a lot more people, especially high people who are more artistic and like really look at art, like how they look at art, like gravitate towards my stuff and like it lasts longer in the game than most people.
It's just more like meaningful because you
Yeah.
actually love what
Quality
you're doing.
over
You have a vision you're trying to
quantity.
like get across, you know?
Yeah, I'm building my own little world.
Yeah, type shit. Bro, I love music videos that are shot in like a super artistic way.
Yeah, have you seen the new Joji music video?
Yeah, that shit's
glimpse,
dope.
yeah.
That shit's dope.
So I'm trying to shoot something like that.
Dude, that would be
You feel me?
fire.
Just
bro.
chaos going on, but like it's just all natural.
Dude, literally. It's That's a
I
crazy
gotta
video.
check that shit out.
It's like
For
a really
real.
peaceful song,
and
and
it's
then it's just like ski mask fuckery like on
Yeah.
VHS camera.
It was crazy. I've talked about an idea like that for like forever with my boys. It's just like just putting stuff in motion. Like,
Super creative
you feel me? Just
idea
putting
right
stuff in
there.
mo- Cause I want to do like imagine that video, but like out in like a ski lodge, like with just like a bunch of people that look like me. Like,
That would be
tatted up.
dope.
Like you feel me, tatted up,
That would
learning
be
how to
cool.
ski. Like you feel me, like a couple of them can really ski, like snowboard and ski, and then you got the rest of us like just fooling around, just fucking around, smoking
Like
big
sipping
gas.
lean in the
Yeah, you feel
fucking
me?
like
The
the
snow,
ski
bro.
lodge.
You feel me, bro?
No,
Like,
on the
smoking
ski lift with
big
the
gas.
double cup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you feel me? Like imagine some shit like that.
That would be
Like,
dope.
I really, that's what
I
one of
like
my
that
ideas.
idea.
I really want to do that. I'm
Like
looking for
just
that.
being yourself, but in high
Exactly,
society.
In high society. yeah. A lot
Yeah.
of my music video ideas is like just being myself, but in high society. Cause like that's why I feel like art really. That's
Yeah.
what makes your art really stand out. It's like just being yourself where you're not really meant to be yourself. Because
Mhm.
then you you fit even more in that society afterwards. Because a lot of them people are just being themselves. It's just
Literally.
that they're not what I am. You feel me?
For real.
So that's why I just look different to them. But
And I feel like I saw like a Cardi video with
Yeah, when he-
but they weren't being themselves. Really.
Yeah, they were
they were
just going
kind of
out,
just
turning
going
around, like,
crazy,
messing up,
acting
yeah.
like animals. in
yeah,
that
I'm
bitch.
talking about just like we're not even trying to shoot a music video. Like
Like,
we
you're just
have
having a good
cameraman-
time,
exactly.
like-
We just have a cameraman follow us for the whole trip,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever footage and whatever B-roll he's caught, that's what the music video is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you feel me? Like we're
Type
not
shit.
going out trying to
That's the
set
most
up
natural
scenes.
way,
Yeah, you
bro.
feel me? We're not going out
Hiring,
trying to
like,
set up
old
You get
white
the best
people to-
yeah,
content
you feel
doing
me?
that.
Like maybe we have a couple scenes where I am rapping out the song and stuff, but like
Yeah.
really and truthfully, we're not.
But it's like a
Yeah, a lot
of
genuine thing.
B-roll.
You know?
Exactly, a lot of B-roll. A lot
Of
of
just you like
glimpse
smiling
of
and
it in
just
my
having
life,
fun.
because like that's what I feel like is a big like sell point when it comes to music. Like a lot of artists don't open up more into their lives, but that's what's gonna gravitate
For sure.
like the fans to you.
Yeah.
Is they want to see. What
They
you're
want to
doing.
learn everything
Yeah,
about
you
you.
feel me? They
really.
want to see how you're living. They want to see what you're doing on your daily. So like, what's the best way to do it? Like for your music video, 'cause, like some people want to see crazy ass music videos, and like, but I feel like putting a bunch of expensive cars and like women in
Nah,
your music
bro.
video, that's not cool.
Nah.
Like if you want
Yeah.
to do an expensive
That shit
music video,
corny.
make it like some artistic, like they sat there and had to think about like
Yeah,
like
memorable
like
fucking
ASAP,
video.
like ASAP when he did Money, like Money Man, or you feel me?
Or just any of his
Any
videos.
videos,
really.
yeah, really, yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah.
those, like that's how I try to go. I'm trying to bring that style kind of, cause I feel like that style died a little bit.
It is. It's
feel
completely
me?
cookie cutter now. I think Cole
Yeah.
Bennett's responsible for that because
I feel
like all
that
his
style
videos,
died, bro, and I'm trying to bring it like back kind of. Like,
his videos are just plug in a rapper, cool video
Video,
effects,
exactly.
and that's
Yeah.
it. Just
I'm
cookie
trying to
cutter
bring back,
over
like,
and over again.
I'm trying to bring back like the cinematics of like videos and like
Yeah,
really
because it
make
used to
people
be
wanna
all like that in the '90s.
Exactly,
Like look
right.
at like Eminem videos and
Bro, it
shit.
used to be really crazy ass full, like
Full productions, bro.
yes, bro. I'm trying to bring full production videos, and then on my off times, my little B-roll, like just living life on the road, getting crunk crazy videos.
Music
like, you
in
feel me?
general just kind of dropped in quality these days, you know.
Yeah,
With
bro.
the oversaturation.
Like you look back at their videos, they actually tell stories in their songs
Yeah,
that go with
exactly.
the video. Like now, it's like, what are you really gonna do if your songs are really about
You,
nothing?
you
shoot
just
and everything on
dance,
iPhone.
bro.
Yeah.
Smoke a little bit and just have a little. You feel me?
Just cool editing effects.
Exactly.
Really.
You feel me? Like I got songs that are out that I won't shoot a video for until like I'm in the right position to shoot a video for. Like my video.
Like Star Wars, George
Yeah.
Lucas, like
You
he
feel
made
me?
the
Just
like
backwards,
out of
yeah.
order because technology wasn't really there.
Exactly. Like I dropped Finding Things. Like Finding Things is a video I want to drop. Like I want to shoot a video to. But like I'm not gonna drop it until like I'm like fully in a place where like I'm living. Like,
That's how
fully
I feel
lavish.
about my music in
You feel me?
general. I won't promote it just because I know it's not really like anywhere
Yeah.
near where I want it to be perceived. You
Mhm.
know.
I feel you.
But once
So-
you hit that point, then you just got to be ready to transform into that person.
Yeah.
Like the best are the people who just
So,
turn into their
yeah.
own self promoter and
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
just spread out to every single thing you can touch.
I would love to like live life and kind of like own businesses and make music, but
That's
not
what I
be
wanna
super
do.
famous. Like just live to the
Yeah.
fullest.
That's
you
what I
know?
want to do. That's my main like I don't want to be too big, but I want to be like big enough to where it's like I'm chilling.
Self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Self-sufficient, chilling.
You have people
Nobody-
that listen to
Like,
your
like,
shit.
like people
basically.
know who I am, but people don't really know who I am. I
Yep.
got like my little businesses underneath
Yes,
me, and I'm
bro,
running
exactly.
and stuff.
You have a
And
life.
then-
You're
you feel
focusing
me?
on your life.
Exactly,
still.
and then I can still go out and live, like go to a bar if I want to, like
Without
in a
getting-
random, like
That's
Yeah.
how
in a
you
random state.
keep
I
the
feel
love
like
for
most
music.
people are chasing that fame instead of just
Just
that
like, you feel me?
People want the
respect and,
fame
like,
more than
And
money.
reputability.
That's what I want, bro. And like that's why, like going up in this, I realized a lot more artists reach out to me and see the respect in me. That's why that's why I know like I'm going like it's kind of the certain route because it's like the right route because for like what I vision because like I'm getting respect from people who I respect. Like you feel me?
It's
And, like,
crazy,
I'm not really
dude.
getting like crazy fans who like are just like found me off like some crazy trend or found me off some
I
like
feel.
I'm like real artists are reaching out to me, appreciating my work, and then like people see me with them, and then see like, oh, he might actually really be on
Facts.
something.
I feel
Not
like the
giving a
community
fan
of it all.
Yeah, you feel me? Exactly.
See, I feel like fame is like a prison and money's like freedom.
yeah.
And I don't get why people that
People
only
chase the
are
fame.
in it for the fame, they just
They're
need
dumb, bro.
they're not
Yeah.
happy enough with themselves, so they need
Yeah.
validation from strangers, even though it's a
Real
prison.
shit.
They just think it'll make them feel good that people like them.
I don't know why anybody would want to be famous.
It's because they
without
just
money.
want to be universally like loved and
Loved,
known because
yeah.
they're just not satisfied with being like nobody. But like I think I used to think like that, but I think a lot differently because that shit is a prison, bro.
Bro, like think about
Like life only like matters if you're enjoying it.
Listen, the guy who was like known just for like doxing people. Like people will do anything to be known, even they're no fucking
And like the guy that
benefit to
leaked,
you.
like that used to leak all of Uzi's shit, and Uzi
Type
caught him
shit.
lacking.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that dude.
No, literally, people will do anything for a little bit of fame. It's crazy. That's why people hold
You
and
got his
collect
video.
leaks just to feel special.
Remember that fucking Uzi? He was like, stand up, sit down.
Yeah,
Stand
he
up.
was just
I'll smack
bitching him
you."
down, dude.
God damn.
Like, yeah, literally, he was just like telling him what to do.
Dude, there's a guy on my Snap who owns like a Jeremiah's ice cream store,
Yo.
and
Really?
he'd just be like traveling,
Are you
and
from a
he's
video there?
he's got a few million like streams on just a couple songs that he's made, and he's just like looks like he's
Owns
just
the
living.
Jeremiah's store.
Yeah, he like it
It must be
recently
a
happened too.
franchise,
It
right?
is a franchise.
Yeah, you just like buy one.
He
Yeah.
bought one because he used to work there as a teenager and learned a lot from there. So he like eventually told himself he was gonna open up his own.
That's fucking fire.
Yeah, and now he's like the owner of one. And,
I bet
like,
you the
he's in his
Oviedo
20s,
location
bro.
makes
He's in his
bank.
20s,
Yes, sir. He living right.
dude.
For
And
real.
he's got music like too that's like got millions of streams. Like, but he's really just focusing and living his best life. Like that's how I kind of want to be.
That's how you meant to do it. I feel like.
Yes, bro. Because
Because,
life, it's really a personal thing. I think like.
Exactly.
Like as much as like leaving a legacy is fire, it's not really gonna mean anything when you're dead. Like it's
Yeah.
life is just a personal
I'm just trying
experience.
to seal up my necks. That's what I'm not even trying to lead on.
I
like,
feel
I'm just trying to seal up my neck.
that's a good reason to have a legacy too. Like just
You know what I mean?
generational wealth and shit, and just like
I just want to seal up the next can. And then after that, I don't really care about anything else. Once I know that, like, I got to a point where
I feel
it can be straight for a little bit.
like once your shit is solid, then you're just living.
Yeah,
Just cool.
that's definitely a goal.
You think you'd ever retire at that point, or you just always making music?
I think I would just
feel
do
like
what I
artists,
want.
Artists are almost always creating art.
Yeah,
Usually.
I'm gonna keep going, bro.
Yeah.
until
But
I'm
like
in
the
grave.
second like I used to want to be a pro skateboarder, but the
Yeah.
second I started doing it for fun and stopped worrying about it, it got actually
For
like
real.
way more enjoyable,
Enjoyable,
and
yeah.
fun.
Exactly.
I feel like that's a point I want to get to where I'm rich, I have businesses.
That's what I'm saying.
But, like,
always be creative.
I
Once
make
I'm at that
music for
level, I'm
fun
always
because
gonna
that's
be
just who I
creative.
am. You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
probably be to the point where I'm just mentoring a whole bunch of like upcoming artists.
Yeah,
And, like,
that'd be
really,
dope.
Like, you feel me? Like tell them,
Almost like a label, but not as
yeah,
like political and
political. Like,
bullshit.
I just want to like get into their minds and like show them like the
So
right,
basically, you want to
For
be a
A&R
label that's not in
I
it.
feel like is
Yeah.
No, he just wants to be more like a mentor.
Like,
You want to be like
get
a
some
label that's
experience.
not about the money. It's actually about
Nah,
creating
more
good
like,
music
More like
and
Rick
art.
Rubin.
Rick
See,
Rubin.
Yeah.
More like Rick
he's
Rubin.
damn near like an A&R with the way he produces.
Exactly. You feel me? More like Rick Rubin. Like how
I
he just-
feel.
Cause he doesn't even like, he doesn't really do nothing to
He
the
damn
track. He
just
sits there-
facilitates it.
Yeah, he just sits there with the artist and like gets. them
That's
to
what
be
I
the
love.
best
I would
them.
love to be a
He just gets them to be
ghostwriter.
the best them. Like you feel me? He taps
Yeah,
into that.
just like
he
you
taps
wish
into
you
that
could
inner them.
Have any of y'all
somebody's
seen Lil
voice.
Dicky? Show
Yeah, just
Dave or
use
not?
someone's voice as an
Kind of
instrument.
like
I know.
what's his
They
name?
they show it in like one of the
Yeah.
episodes. Really like what Rick Rubin be
Yeah.
doing.
And then what's the other guy too that was in the Lil Dicky show? I like him too. The small
Gata or who?
not Gala, the small one, the one that looked kind of like Lil Dicky. And he was doing the song with
Oh,
Justin
Benny
Bieber.
Blanco.
Benny Blanco.
Benny
He's
Blanco. I was
another
about to
he's
say
in
that, but I
Dave.
didn't want to look
He's
stupid.
another one. that-
He kind of looks like Lil Dicky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you can tell he does it for the love, and
Yeah,
he bro, it's
exactly. He's
crazy.
another
He
one that I
made like millions off like just pop songs.
Yeah, just
I know,
writing them.
Just writing them, just like helping people get to the best.
I would
level.
love to do that,
That's what
bro.
I'm saying.
Cause
His
like,
plaques is probably like
Crazy.
crazier
Yeah.
than most.
Then a lot.
Fuck it, except like Drake's. Like it's comparable to that
Yeah.
man's.
no, I don't know, man. Drake is like It's
Benny
crazy
Blanco
what
shit?
Drake has
Benny Blanco's
accomplished.
done a lot.
Benny Blanco
Yeah.
got
'cause he's
rich
worked
off of
on
other
so
people's
much.
songs. Like Drake
Yeah,
has
but
had
that's-
that many personal number ones.
I mean, but he's
You know what
having
I'm
people
saying?
write his shit too. I feel like.
he definitely
Yeah,
has.
but like I don't know,
But
man.
like, I feel like that's the best way to do art sometimes. Is
Yeah.
to have help, like, cause then sometimes the vision's bigger than yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
or it can
I
just
mean,
help
I think
you with
I
your
think
shit.
help is better than paying somebody to write your song.
Yeah.
Like
Like
Kendrick,
I like the
think-
idea of being like, oh, maybe you should say it like
The
this or
idea.
something.
or like
That's what
just
I mean,
spitball
like, yeah.
ideas.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ghost,
Like
ghostwriting
yeah,
a little bit different.
ghostwriting nowadays is probably they just hand you a script.
Yeah, and then
and
it's
you
like
just
here
rap
we
it.
just like your voice.
They
but
give you
we
a
need-
beat and they give you a script. Like I like to sit with the artist and like actually make it
write
with
something,
them.
Yeah.
You know,
Like how they used to do back in the old days.
Kendrick, I
Yes,
think,
bro.
is a good example of that nowadays, because man's be like not producing his own beats, but working with the people to create the sound he
like
has
his
in his
cousin
head.
too. He'd be doing
Yeah.
a lot of work for Baby Keem and like getting his shit fire. Like I've heard.
Man's got flamed on that one song off that album, though.
That's how I'm trying to get, bro. I'm trying to get to the point where like I can have like a live band.
I
and, like,
feel
you feel me? And I'm working with like real like
and create like a whole movement
yeah,
type
you
shit.
feel me? And like no, not even like just create a song from fully scratch.
That would
bro.
be dope. Like
You
Tyler
feel
the
me?
Creator does that shit
Yeah,
nowadays.
exactly.
He'll have a
I'm trying to
whole
get to, like-
orchestra come through to the
Trying to
studio.
get to like that, bro. That level of production.
Same, bro. That's like what I've always really wanted to do, just because that shit is fire.
Yeah, that's the level of production I want, bro. I don't really care about these boom bap little do beats. Like they're tough. don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
but
I
they're
love
just
them.
they don't have an emotional chord like other
Yeah.
music. Like it's hard to really get like there's songs that I'm just genuinely emotionally attached to. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I'm trying to make some of those.
Like that's like the best music in my opinion.
It's deeper than just the listenability
You
of the
said
song.
Good
Yeah,
beats.
well, I mean, with rap, most of the time in rap, it can only give you one emotion, and that's just hype. You know,
Yeah.
like with other genres, like, and it's fire to get pumped up and like, oh, this shit is hard, but that's the only thing it can really provide. You know, like
Yeah.
nowadays, like other
Or, like,
music,
depression.
other music is like drugs. Like rap is like coke, and like other music is like shrooms and Molly, and like just it'll make you feel all sorts of things, bro. Like rap is more of just an uppity, like cokey, like kind of thing. And I think that's why people.
I mean, there's perk music.
there's perk music. Yeah, there's like different.
Yeah.
But I think you're saying it's almost like it's just like one of the. It's black and white. It's downer, upper. pretty
It's like
much.
basically just the pointless drugs are like what rap is. Like they don't really make you like dig deep and like form an emotional.
There's some like
connection.
deep rap though.
There's deep rap, but it's rare nowadays.
That's definitely true.
It's really rare. Like I feel like the last wave of deep rap really was like Logic and NF, and that shit
Real
wasn't my
Sweatshirt.
vibe.
We were listening to some fire shit on the way here.
Do you fuck
Yeah.
with girl sweatshirt?
Yeah, I love
I
rap.
feel like there's a lot of deep rap out there. Like now, it's just harder to interpret. Cause like I feel like a lot of this, like if you listen to some of the at least all the tune music that's out there, some of these people be having deep lyrics, bro. It just
For
doesn't
real.
come across deep.
Yeah, because
I love that
They
shit
deliver
though.
in the order to-
1000 Banfani's got good lyrics, bro. I'd be
Yes,
like digging
sir.
deep into his shit. And,
Shout
like,
out to Taliban's.
yeah, no, like there's good rap out there, but a lot of them aren't that big.
Exactly. That's why I'm trying to get to that point where it's like I'm not too big.
nah, but enough where you got a fan
Yeah,
base to
fan base to
tour.
tour.
It's because hip hop is
Exactly.
the youth's genre, and it's so social now. Like a lot of listeners don't even like the music or like love the music they listen to. It's just
Yeah.
kind of a part of their personality that they've like built for
Gotcha, man.
themselves,
You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
and that's what I think really fucked it up. Cause like
But I feel like if you go to like a Fonny concert, you gonna find like a lot of people with a lot
Yeah.
of the same views.
nah,
Yeah,
for real,
definitely.
for real. I don't know.
But you're not really gonna find that at like, I mean, you might at like some bigger artists, but
Like, if
I
you
know
go
what you're
to-
saying, like
But even like Tyler's music, like their fans, I hate that fan base, bro, so much.
Why?
Because they're just basically like people that listen to rap. Like they don't really have deep emotional connections to
Yeah.
Tyler's music. Like it's just the fake personality,
Yeah.
trendy, cuff your
Yeah.
jeans. Like
Yeah.
like
Like the whole atmosphere.
Aesthetic,
Yeah,
yeah.
aesthetic
yeah,
of
it's
it.
more of an aesthetic personality social thing than like just having a deep connection with a great piece of art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's-
Next topic.
Tyler,
yeah, for
Tyler
sure.
got some art.
Tyler does.
Tyler
have art.
is a
Dude,
like,
he goes
artist.
deep. Like in his Igor shit, apparently he ended a song. Like the last song ends on a weird chord because when the album loops, it
Yeah.
completes the chord.
Yeah.
That's
And
fire.
it ties into his lyrics because it's about being in an endless loop with someone that doesn't really love you. And like it just the whole album will loop. Like Mans is pretty genius, bro.
Did you see his release for like his last like golf drop or whatever? He did like a whole mountaintop fucking building thing.
I think I might have seen that.
It
Like
was
kind of
crazy.
I know he's been getting pretty I don't know. I think he needs to slow down a little bit though.
Wow.
I think he's
Yeah,
paced pretty
why?
good.
Hasn't he dropped another album after
I don't
Igor?
think so.
I'm pretty
Oh wait, no, but he waits 2
Yeah.
years.
I think he should wait longer, bro.
I mean, 2 years has just always been his
He's 30
pace.
something now.
I mean, at least I've
He's like
like
31.
I really didn't even hear much about his last album.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like I
If You
feel
Get
like
Lost, or Call Me If You Get Lost. That thing
Yeah.
was pretty fire.
I
Got
never
good
even really like
reception.
heard a lot about
Man,
it.
Call Me If You Got Lost got. Didn't he win a Grammy for that? And DJ Khaled got so
Probably.
mad.
I
DJ
think he
Khaled got
did.
so mad.
I
at
think
him.
that was Igor.
Yeah,
Igor's
No, it was Call Me If You Get
Are
Lost.
you
Cause that's
sure?
when he had. Cause that's when he had the DJ. What's his name?
DJ Khaled.
No, not DJ Kelly. He had what DJ did he have on it? Damn, bro. The
Oh,
one-
DJ
Drama?
Grills.
Drama,
Gr-
yeah,
or
DJ
yeah,
Drama.
with the Gangsta Grills shit.
Yeah, DJ Drama. He had DJ Drama do the
Okay,
whole,
I have heard a
the
bit of
whole
that album. Then he
do
did
the
go.
whole album,
It's
and then he won-
rappier.
Yeah.
And then he won like some award.
He
for
had
it.
Uzi
'cause
on it.
he
I was
had-
playing it for you,
Yeah,
damn
because he
near.
I
had
feel
Khaled
like,
mad
dude-
because Khaled he was gonna win the award.
I feel
Mm.
like
Khaled
he
didn't
did
win
that
it.
shit because they didn't give him a hip hop award for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was like,
"Here you
"Fuck
go."
this shit. I'm
Yeah.
making rap like just to get that
That's
award,
legit
bro."
what he said. He said he was doing it because Khaled was like, he really thinks that who is this Tyler guy? He doesn't really make rap. Like, why does
Dude, he was
listen to him?
dropping facts in that interview. He was like, "This
Yeah.
man just built his whole personality off of being number one, and like
Yeah.
some like random ass fucking like weirdo guy like takes his spot.
Yeah, he's just mad.
He's just mad as
I mean,
fuck."
he makes a lot of. I don't even know really what he does for real.
He just
He's a
he just
DJ.
A&Rs. He just A&R songs.
Basically,
He just gets the artists together, gets the producer. He's like, yo, I think you guys will be found this track right here, man. Y'all.
So he
y'all-
makes the
y'all
tracks.
Kind of like.
I think he probably
Just
DJs
lines it up.
He just legit lines it up.
Really? So
And
he's
like-
not making or producing.
Nah,
stuff?
not really. Like he sits there with a whole bunch of like produce. Like he can mix and stuff himself, but he sits there with a whole bunch of mixes and producers. He just really.
he
just getting-
started off as a DJ,
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
real DJ.
Yeah.
He
I
just
understand.
gets all this together.
But now
the
he's
album track.
just number one. You know,
Yeah.
this face.
He's kind of an industry guy.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I mean, I know. Yeah, he was. all
Apparently, he had
mad
to
about-
change his name. His like old name was like, it was like fucking like, it was like fucking Aryan Attack or something was his old name, and like it was way back in the
Hitler
day. And
DJ
with like
Khaled sounds better.
with the 9/11 shit, he had to change his name to DJ Khaled.
No way, that's what it was.
It was literally like Arabic Attack or something crazy like that.
Yo.
Man, that would have never went.
I'm saying, who would have
news.
thought that was
This
a
sounds
good
like some
name?
fake news right here.
Literally,
Dude, no, it's
allegedly.
known. It's like
Allegedly.
it's a part of his story.
Everything
Putting
that
dirt on the
everything that
man's name.
Opus says
Arabic
is allegedly,
Attack.
bro.
It was don't quote like I said
Yeah.
like Arabic Attack. It was literally something he had to change because
Somebody's
it was,
gonna quote you though.
I know, right?
I feel you. Yeah.
it was like something close to
Hey,
that.
listen, everything we say on this podcast is allegedly
I don't give a fuck. I'm never reading the comments ever.
cap.
I'm
Yeah,
never going
bro,
to.
you
Yeah,
cap,
he's probably gonna
bro.
be probably gonna be the one that reads them the most.
I'm never
Like
going
when people
to,
start
bro.
busting
Yeah,
in
that's
and
what I'm
really
saying,
coming
like-
in, he's gonna be so like anxious to read them, and he's gonna be like, "Man, they
I might
busting on
peek
me.
at them. I might peek at
They
them.
don't
once in a
like
while.
us. No.
He already changed it from I would never to I might peek.
Yeah.
Well, I
I'll
might
tell
peek,
you.
but like I'm not gonna let that shit affect my.
You should never
podcast,
let
man.
it affect
Yeah,
what you're
definitely
gonna
not.
say.
But it's hard,
But
dude.
you gotta read the feedback.
Yeah.
You gotta see what. fuck
I'll
we
let
talking
Mark
about.
relay the feedback to me, like
I-
the good shit. The good shit.
Yeah,
I
you
don't want to
gotta-
read
No,
the
I'm
good
gonna
tell you
let
the
you know
bad.
the bad
Yeah,
shit
we
for
gotta tell
sure.
you the bad. You got to know the
So you
bad.
can
I
know
don't
what you're
want to
doing
know.
wrong,
Okay,
maybe?
no,
The
that
good,
yeah,
the
but I
bad,
don't
and
want
the
to hear
ugly.
just.
Yeah,
the
I'm not
hate.
gonna tell
I
you
don't
like
wanna see
the
this
shit
as straight
comments.
hate,
No.
yeah.
The people that are just like, this man sounds like blah blah blah.
Yeah, just dumb shit. Like, no, I don't really
That's
just
just people
need that
hating,
shit.
bro, you
I
know?
don't need it though. What's the point of reading it?
You don't have to. You just like everything else. You could just read it, keep scrolling.
Yeah, but that's enough of it. It'll get to you. At least you'll be thinking about it while you're podcasting, and I don't even want that. You know,
Yeah.
like I'd rather just keep doing me. Like I kind of want to keep it authentic.
Keep
Like,
doing me.
because the second you start like
Yeah.
stop being yourself, that shit dies, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
Next couple of shows, we're gonna have sound effects coming soon.
I want to get
True.
a fucking soundboard, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like we're not
That would-
established enough there. It's usually inside jokes that motherfuckers.
Nah, but we can start with just like some nukes, you know, like the
just like the.
Like
I like
whenever
the- I
somebody
like
like
shots.
bombs up or says some
No, I like the
stupid shit.
jail one.
I like the
Or
suspect.
the-
oh yeah,
sounds
the
like,
dun dun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the SVU, like Law and Order shit.
Yeah.
That shit would be pretty funny because we do be seeing such shit.
I know.
Dun, dun. Like when he was like, "So what age?"
Like if something's really bad, you just like spam that shit a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
That should be. Yo, can I hit that weed?
Oh,
Damn,
don't be
that's crazy
tweaking,
you
though.
said, "Can I hit that what?"
That weed.
The cannabis.
We all medical patients.
The cannabis.
But I was gonna
The
say,
cannabis.
what about if it was
No
your
weed.
music? Same thing. You don't think you would read any sort of feedback?
I mean, music is different. Podcasting, I believe it's just about being yourself mainly. Like
So it's
that's the
music.
magic in it. Like music, like you can hear the feedback and work with it. Because a lot of times it's either gonna be like this shit trash or it's gonna be genuine.
No, I
feedback.
think it's the same with everything, bro. Anything that you put out to the world, that's an extension of you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to read the feedback just to
I feel like you got to
feel
get
me?
some sort of grasp, instead of
Yeah.
like completely. But
But
I
you-
know
'cause
what you're,
that's how
I know
they-
what you're saying. There's a lot of just hate in the world, and there's a lot of people who just will waste a lot of time.
No, and I just
commenting.
know who I
Yeah.
am, bro. I
If-
like come from a place where I want everyone to like me. Like that was my middle school like core like self, and I just
Yeah.
don't need all that
The
shit.
hate. The
Yeah.
just the negativity for no reason.
See, I
Literally.
don't care if people like me, man. I just
Nah, yeah, it's just for me. It's like you see both, you know.
Well, I've gotten
Yeah.
better at like putting my personality out there, but it doesn't mean I still want people to fuck with me.
I
But I
yeah.
realize now, like, not everyone's gonna
Gonna
fuck
fuck
with
with
you.
you.
That's why I think looking for respect is damn near better. Because then if someone's like not respecting you off some shit that
Respect
you
goes a
like agree
long
with,
way.
then
It
definitely.
does.
you
That's-
just shouldn't respect that person.
I was saying
Long way.
Yeah.
respect should be like
Respect
one of the
is some
first
of the
things
purest
you,
shit,
like,
though. It's like some of the
respect for
purest.
what I live off, bro. I don't care what your age is. I
It's
don't
real
care
shit,
how
though.
old you are. Like as soon as you show me your ass and disrespect me, then I know where we stand.
I feel like that's the
I'm the
first thing
same
you
way.
need to establish in a relationship.
It's like
with
me,
each
like
other.
I'll try to forget things and I just can't. Like, cause I'll genuinely fuck with someone, but they'll show me their ass and I just like,
Yeah,
no
it's-
matter
it
how
forever
bad.
stand to my head.
Exactly.
That
It'll be
little-
years.
I know, yeah, I know. You
You a
see, I
grudge
know what
holder?
you like.
Dude, it's
I
not.
feel
It's
like-
not
I
that
don't
I
hold-
hold
I don't hold
grudges.
grudges,
It's
it's
that
just
I
me.
never forget when people do me
Not
wrong.
even
I
forget.
just
It's
can't.
not even forgetting. It's not that you hold grudges. It's just that now I know. Like
What
that's what
type
life
of
is about.
person
Yeah,
they
you
are.
feel me? That's what life is about. It's about having experiences. So
Mhm.
now I know what type of person you are. I know what type of
Yeah.
evil
What
you're
type
capable
of
I
things?
feel- no,
yeah,
literally.
what
yeah.
type of stuff you're capable.
Even
of
if
doing.
I know
So
it's
now
not
It's
them.
not holding no grudge. It's just like, all right.
Where
Even
they're
if
gonna
I know,
stand where
like,
shit hits the fan.
If I know they were
Exactly.
coming from a good place or that like it's really not their core personality, they were out of line. I still can't like really.
Because you know that they can reach that possibility again.
It's just because I just hold myself at a different level, I guess. Like when people do shit that I wouldn't do to them,
you
that's what
Jesus?
like makes. It's not that I just don't like. I value relationships. Like
Nah, I
motherfuckers
feel
will
you.
throw away a relationship over pussy or
Oh
dumb
yeah,
shit.
like we
Yeah.
had that one conversation about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's just
about,
like
like-
shit like that I just can't really forgive. Like I try to and I'll still fuck with the person, but like I will always hold that in my
Yeah.
brain and that will like never like
I feel
leave
like
the way I look at you.
Pussy specifically is something that'll get you in that. Like,
I feel, but
mentality.
it's just
But-
so sad when
Bro,
motherfuckers.
it's crazy that like Trouble died over fucking a bitch, damn near. Like people do
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
shit out of like rage for like that type.
I
of
know,
shit.
I know what you're saying though. Like when you were talking about like a homie like fucking your girl or whatever.
And it just comes
Right.
from a place where like I wouldn't want to see my homie hurt or be the one to hurt his feelings. And girls are the easiest way to like get to a man like
Yeah,
that. And like
yeah.
I just wouldn't even fuck around with that shit
Yeah.
with someone I care about.
Yeah. yeah.
So when
Yeah,
people do
exactly.
that shit to you, it's just like, fuck, bro. Like, what do I really mean to people? You know,
Mhm.
like,
Absolutely nothing.
yeah, pretty much, bro. It's crazy. Liquor never dulled a good man's senses. That's like my favorite quote.
Damn.
You said that.
I don't remember, but that
Liquor
shit
never-
stuck
That
with me.
sounds so. That's
Liquor
bad.
never
look-
dulled a
you look
good
like
man's
a
senses.
guy
That means
who
if you're a
drinks a lot
good
of
man,
liquor.
you're
Like your
unfazed
head.
by liquor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if your
yeah.
moral compass deep down is good, you're not gonna be like fucking acting out on the liquor and fucking over people. You know,
Yeah,
You
fact.
think you've ever done that?
I will be an asshole, but I'm never gonna like
You've never
do some slimy skeevy shit.
You've never-
You know? I'm not a slime ball. I'm an asshole. There's
Yeah,
like a difference.
Yeah, but I'm saying so you've never gone against what you just said, essentially.
basically, I've fought in urges for sure, but
Okay.
like deep down, like I'm not gonna like fuck
You-
around.
You're
like
still
that.
solid under the liquor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but literally, just because like I don't get like. I'll be sentient and like
'Cause I know-
aware of
I've
what
heard
I'm
stories.
doing. I'll like act out and act
No,
goofy.
nothing like that. But I'm saying like you get a little not shisty, but you trying to fuck off the lip.
Or like
that's
you
a
just
little
be
bit diff-
feeling a vibe with someone.
Yeah, but
and,
that's
like,
a little
you
bit
gotta
different than
kill it.
doing something slimy off the
Yeah,
liquor.
shiesty.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
it's
no,
like
being shifty is a little bit different than just fucking a bit.
yeah, no, it's different for sure. Like a great man wouldn't even get shisty,
Yeah, type.
but like there's a line in the sand that motherfuckers will cross, you know, and that's really what like it comes down to.
Have you crossed that line in the sand?
Never, bro, never.
Never.
No,
You
even
can't
with
get shysty.
I can get like a little chemistry build up with somebody,
Never
but
get
like
your
I'm
toe
never
over the
gonna.
line?
I think he's blurring the
that's-
line for himself.
That's
Yeah.
no, that's different though. You know, you can build chemistry
You
with
can.
anybody.
It's hard to
His
like.
line's a different line.
Yeah, then other
If you're
people's.
like feeling, if you're feeling the liquor and like you're just kind of like have like a little chemistry thing, like as in just like good conversation,
yes,
like
yes.
it's
Feeling each
yeah.
other,
it's either be a complete weird awkward person
Yeah.
or like just like
or just talk.
Just talking,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like,
you know.
I get that. Like, and that is like hard to deal with if someone's doing that to your like female or
Yeah,
whoever.
people don't like that.
Just because it's territorial, but
yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
there's people I trust in my life to where that shit doesn't phase me. You know.
Yeah,
Like I'm happy if
because
they're
you know they're
interacting with
solid.
my girl.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why you just gotta find your people, your clan.
Yeah.
Yeah, your clan, hell yeah.
And like it sucks because I know a lot of good people with bad moral compasses. You know.
Yeah.
Like they're great people and they really just want to be happy and want to see you happy, but when it comes down to the grain, like they just have something wrong with their moral
Yeah,
compass.
so that's why you gotta let them do what they doing over
Exactly. It's you gotta love
Over
them from a
there.
distance.
Yeah.
You gotta love them from a distance.
there. Exactly. Like I always have love for you, I always mess with you.
But you gotta work on yourself,
yeah,
bro. And,
I'm,
like
I'm over here trying to achieve this. You're over there trying to achieve
you're
that.
just not a healthy
We're
person to
not-
be
yeah,
around.
we're
Like
not
I love
seeing
you.
it.
I know you're going through shit, but like
Yeah.
it's just not healthy to like really have you in the camp.
What the heck
That
was
was this.
that? Oh. Hey.
I don't know why it was so loud. Couldn't even really replicate that.
Finding it sounded like a damn dinosaur.
It sounded like a horror movie door opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's hard to find a lot of solid people to like
Dude.
build a whole team of solid people. Like that's
Yeah.
And you
Even
think
that's
you
not- that's
found
not
a
easy.
solid person, and like then they
And then they
change
change or they show you like that
the
true
true
solid
shit,
shit,
dude. Because a lot of shit's deep down inside people, like their true fucking like nature, and they just don't know how to control it. Everyone's kind of fucked up. Most people are fucked up on the inside, bro.
Yeah.
But it's just how you control that shit, and like
I mean, most people, yeah, they've gone through some shit.
Everybody got a little
Yeah.
evil tendency.
Exactly.
Of course,
They got the
it's-
little demon inside of them.
Yeah.
exactly
There's
like
a
about-
book by that the guy he collaborated with 50 Cent, and his book was about he made like 50 Laws of Power, but it was damn near about everyone needs to like instead of trying to act like they don't have that evil side in them, use it to like your advantage.
Advantage,
almost.
exactly.
Yeah.
That-
Creatively
that ties
or-
back into the first subject about being the little villain.
Yeah, for
You know
real.
what I mean? You
And
gotta
there's
play that little
definitely-
role. You gotta feed the little evil in you sometimes.
there's a way to step on people and get where you're going, but there's a way to not step on people and get where you're going.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel
It's
like
just the quicker, easier option to step on
Thank
people.
you, thank you.
But I think by acknowledging that you have evil tendencies is a better way to not do that shit
No.
instead of trying to deny it and
Deny
then
it.
You
that'll-
have to be
Trying to hide it,
self-aware,
yeah.
you know. You have to
A
be
lot of people are
self-aware,
not self-aware.
and
That's
they're
what's wrong with the world.
doomed. They're doomed to always act on
Yep.
just how their first thought that comes into their brain.
And
Because
how the world programmed them to see.
you can't work on yourself if you don't even know you need work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like that's why people need to do Sid or
Yeah.
shrooms.
That's always your
But even some
Yeah.
people, but even
Do
people,
sis.
It's the easiest
even
way.
People do that and they still don't see the problem.
Well, that's because they're not using it right. I guess those people were kind of just fucked from the start. I guess like if
A couple bad programs.
yeah, like I feel like some people
Wired
it's
around.
really harder to
Yeah.
to deepen their mind. You know. Like some people are just born botted as fuck. Like, but some people like they're botted, but it just takes that unlocking.
Yeah.
Like they're savable, you know.
yeah,
I know a lot of people that just do like the good drugs, but in a not a good way, and they never really get anything out of them.
Yeah, they just wanna.
It's
get
more of a
done
fun
with it.
thing. They're escaping with the shit that'll like free you.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's
I
why I
like- I
fuck with
like that.
tripping with people, because I be tripping with people, and I just like I only really know how to do drugs like
Yeah.
and like dig deep into myself.
I feel you.
That's why I be doing drugs and feeling weird. Like if I'm not
I
in
like
the,
doing it with
In the
both.
right
I like
setting.
doing
Yeah.
it with both. Yeah, exactly right saying. A lot of the right time. For a lot of the right saying for me though is by myself.
I just tend to go into deep places like every time I
Yeah.
do shit. So like sometimes I'll be like out in a lit environment, but I'll be like deep
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
mind,
I be the
and I
same
don't
way.
like that shit.
I like it.
I hate it, dude, because it's just
I can deal with it.
I be going so deep, and it's just not matching where I'm at, and
I
it
feel
gets
that.
really weird and
That's
just
why I like
scary
That's why I like
sometimes.
doing that stuff by myself majority of the time. 'cause
Yeah.
It's like I know that I'm very like I think of.
no, same. I
That's
love
not
tripping
different.
alone. Like
Yeah.
the only time tripping alone is a bad idea is if you're severely like not okay.
Yeah,
if
if
you
you're,
need
like-
someone to pull you out of like your shit, but like
Yeah.
I know I'm always good to just like I'm comfortable with my brain, really.
I'm kind of Nah, I'm saying though, I'm very comfortable with myself and my thoughts.
Definitely.
That's like so fire, dude. Just progressing as a person is like half of a life.
I feel like tripping makes you see a lot of like I don't know shit. Yeah, like shit about yourself, your inner demons.
It just
Yeah.
Definitely
gives you
100%.
awareness of that you're an animal and that you're a person and that what life really is, and then you start like digging
Build-
deep,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Like once you realize that like I'm flesh and bone and a conscious and like we're on a rock flying through space, like shit gets a lot deeper just in general with you as a person.
I think that's kind of interesting, like everything besides our bones. Well, eventually our bones do disintegrate, right? Or do they stay like?
Well, they just transfer into like
Yeah.
other things. Like they'll turn into soil, and then the soil will turn into rock, and then who knows? The rock gets destroyed and
And
turned
like
into.
some like
Yeah, but
little
aren't-
mini
can't-
parts of your bones. will
Matter
stay.
can't be destroyed, only transformed.
So you're saying like a skeleton would turn into dirt before it would turn into like a fossil?
I don't know. It probably the fossil. I feel like is if it never turns into dirt, it just goes straight to rock.
I got you. Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
Because it takes weathering and erosion to break it down into dirt, know.
Mhm.
But if it was in a secluded, like
Science
buried,
lesson.
yeah, but I was just saying like it's crazy how we just kind of melt into nothing, but like there's still something there.
yeah, it is. It's hard to cope with.
It's hard to comprehend, really.
It's really hard to cope with. Like,
Yeah.
just like cope with the fact that like this is real, bro. Like this is real shit, and it's wacky shit, and it's mind blowing shit that's happening all the time. Like
Everywhere. And you know what makes it crazy? We live in Florida where it's some of the most craziest.
Yeah,
Literally.
and you just gotta,
but not even
pretend.
that, just the
Not-
universe in general, like the whole system.
Yeah.
We're just a tiny little fucking blip.
Imagine if we're not even like the craziest world out there.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Shit's wild. It's a scarier thought to think that we're the only ones out there, though.
That.
Not.
Oh, I like that. It is a little bit more scary. Thinking that we're the only motherfuckers that's made it this far.
Imagine, like you really think out all these galaxies.
No,
and-
I'm almost positive that there's another breathing thing out there with a heartbeat.
See,
Yeah.
what I'm kind of
I
interested
don't know how
in,
advanced they are though.
like, I don't know if life all looks like this or if it's gonna be completely different. Cause
probably
like,
completely different.
Yeah, just like how you see plants
Just
and
because of
underwater
what you
plants and
adapt
things
to.
at the bottom at the ocean. It
Yeah.
adapts to its.
yeah, but
environment.
eventually it evolves and grows eyes and fingers. Like
Well,
everything goes into that
yeah,
direction the
yeah.
farther it goes. So
I
like,
think the basis. Is
it
your
could
five
be a
senses
template. It
is-
could just be a template.
Yeah.
like nose, mouth,
Eyes, exactly.
asshole,
Like
and-
I don't know if it would be just something completely different. Like these motherfuckers are like on just a different
What if they
universe.
don't shit? What if their
Rick and
stomachs
Morty
have
shit.
so much acid?
Or
that
if
it
they're
just
literally
dissolves?
just like gastrous like beings or something. Like just
Say they're just bubbles in the
biology
air.
is completely different than ours,
floating babies.
Communicate telepathically.
We just don't know. We've never seen anything, but everything on
they
Earth
throw up their babies.
follows the same shit.
burp. They just
Literally.
burp it out.
That's crazy.
But everything on Earth follows the
That's
same
some Rick and
template.
Morty shit.
There's literally an episode with like a gas. But yeah. I was wondering why that I feel like our humanity's so focused. Like there was a comedian skit I saw where it was like we focus on us killing the planet, and it's like we'll be extinct from ourselves, and then the planet will just like fix itself from like.
But yeah, just nature's cycle.
And that's why it's like we need to focus on ourselves instead of like the environmentalist shit. It's like we got to save the planet. It's like
And it's
we gotta
just
save humanity.
the reason we keep going down is just because people profit off of what people want, and that's easier, more like convenient shit. That's how you make money and inventions,
I
and
don't
that's
know.
why
I feel like humanity's shitting on the world on Earth.
it's because we
Like,
just
don't-
it's a
don't you think?
cycle.
I think the point
don't-
was just that like by the time let's say like it heats up to the point where we're fucked, it'll just still like the Earth will.
it'll
fix
still be a
itself.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll take a
Like, it's not
million
gonna
years.
disappear.
I get what you're saying. Like
But like we're gonna end up killing ourselves because we're focused on the wrong shit.
basically, bro.
Yeah.
Like we're just
Well,
another species.
This generation and like the ones 10 years, they're not gonna be affected by any of this shit. Even though it is serious stuff that we're doing to the ozone and the ocean, but
Yeah.
but they're not gonna actually like. They're still gonna live to.
I don't know.
see
I feel
90.
like they'll be able to live, but it'll be like more dystopian and like
I think it'll.
we'll
Like
be,
Last of
we
Us.
might have to wear like masks at certain times of the year, or like just
They
they're
also-
gonna
How they
feel
do
the
it.
effects.
I think it's gonna be super hot and super cold.
Exactly, like they're
Yeah.
gonna deal with the effects, but it's gonna be more like they're gonna be
It's just
living
gonna
in
be more
just mega
extreme living.
cities with
Yeah.
shitty environments and
It's
like
gonna be more extreme living.
Dystopian, yeah.
yeah, literally just dystopian. Like it seems where it's going, bro. It's sad.
Hope not. Yeah.
Cause like shit ain't gonna revert back to the old times. It's just gonna keep going modern and more modern and more modern.
Well, there's theories that like the
Yeah.
pyramids and shit that was like an advanced civilization. Then there was a whole like maybe like weather thing or event where then they died off.
Cataclysm.
Yeah.
Really? Have you heard about like the Amazon like city? Like,
No.
apparently there's like a whole like city and road structures that were found, except like just covered in trees. And as they're as they're cutting down all the trees in the Amazon for shit, they are like
uncovering it.
Yeah, like they're finding like pieces of this like old city that used to be there.
Bro, the
That's
Mayans
crazy.
disappeared, but for some reason they loved gold, even though it really wasn't that valuable. They were just making gold like crazy, and then they just disappeared.
It's because it's fire. It's gold.
But like, why? Why not use anything else?
Because it's
Harder to find.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you about that, but I don't know. I would like everything to be made out of gold.
Because gold has value nowadays, but back in the day, like, what were you? Really?
I think it was still valued back in the day. I'm pretty sure. Like
Yeah, hasn't the value of gold like gone down?
But
in
they
recent
didn't
time?
really have like a
I'm not
gold
too sure.
market. It
No,
was
they
just
didn't have a
one-
gold market, but they knew that gold, like,
Because things were bartering back then instead of
like
just.
if you had gold, obviously, you could probably barter for more. But if you had shit built out of gold, it looks like.
Well, I don't think they had that like that social like gold is like diamonds are pretty and valuable like social construct.
What years are we talking about?
Well, you said
Aztec,
Mayans,
Mayans,
so
like
that's like way
Aztec,
back.
like
Well, are we talking about they're building buildings with gold?
no, they
No, like
just
on
have a
some
bunch of gold
Egyptian
things
shit.
for some
Yeah,
reason.
Egyptians used to have.
They just had an
yeah.
like
the
a weird
pharaoh's
obsession
fucking
with
tomb
gold.
Oh, I see.
gold.
That is kind of interesting.
It is.
Maybe because, damn.
Maybe
It's
they
just
just
weird.
looked at it
they
a
didn't
certain
know
way.
how valuable
Some people
gold
think
was.
aliens were using gold, making the Mayans get
Isn't
some
it
gold.
crazy that like I don't know about this.
See, but what is
Platinum
their value
comes.
of gold?
Because gold is the best conductor in
Yeah,
electronics
is.
and technology.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, for like. pretty
And then
much
they
anything
just
on a motherboard is
disappeared. They
gold.
had an obsession with gold and then just disappeared. So like people kind of like some people think that
Oh,
shit
that the aliens took the Mayans.
had
and
something to do
and
with
then
that.
they took
Yeah,
all their
and
gold.
they were just mining gold for the aliens and shit. And maybe they were making all these pots and like fancy shit as like an offering to their god or something.
Yeah, like that they just treated gold like it was a higher thing.
Yeah, just like because it's
Is
just,
that really what it was? Like silverware and stuff?
it was like vases and pots and like
Okay.
all kinds of
Yeah,
shit. They were
yeah.
just obsessed with it
Yeah, that's an interesting like.
because they did
overview.
disappear. Like that's kind of a
Well,
far-fetched theory.
What is disappear though? What do you? I mean, I'm not. I know you.
No one knows what happened to them. They just left everything behind. It was just deserted. They had all the like history, but no one knows like what could have possibly happened to them. Everything just turned into a ghost
That's
town.
why I feel like it was the like there was this thing like some fucking theory about like the fact of the Earth resetting from.
But all the gold was left.
There was a lot of gold, yeah, and just like everything, it just seemed like they just left, like they just left in a hurry or something. Like it was just
It's probably a plague, maybe.
I don't know, man. It doesn't really have an explanation.
It's just unknown.
Up for interpretation, I guess.
Our most recent like viewing of that is probably like Chernobyl.
Yeah, but even then, like if they moved somewhere, there would be evidence of their new area
Yeah, you're
that
right.
people would have found.
Yeah, they just
which
disappeared.
we haven't found.
No,
It was the aliens after they harvested all the gold. The aliens took them.
maybe, bro. Maybe they're on a different planet right now. Maybe there's Earth
Yeah.
2 and they're mining
And
gold.
they just
from-
high as hell, like,
Yeah.
woo.
Like they took the Mayans and
They
reproduced
smoking that
into.
alien.
You think that's how people used to talk back in the day? Woo.
Yeah.
Like alien.
Yeah, they used to be like,
That's like Star Wars.
Right?
Yeah.
Sounds like R2D2.
Yeah.
Before people started using English and like using like real words, they're just doing grunts and noises.
That is
yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, ooh, da.
But they were developing language. Like they would like assign a grunt and point at something.
Yeah.
Like,
Type
this-
shit.
oh, e.
Yeah, like that's like okay, this is rock. Like, you know, like dude, that's just
Caveman
crazy.
shit.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
caveman shit.
Ooh, ooh.
Dude,
It was all emotion.
would you rather go like time machine forward or backwards?
Forward.
Really? Just to.
Just
I-
because
I would like to see what happened to
Yeah,
those
type
people.
shit.
Yeah.
It
Stuff
wouldn't.
like
I
that.
wouldn't
Yeah.
really
Old
want to
civilizations.
like do
I
it out
want
of
to go back.
curiosity.
I really want to
I
go
would.
backwards, but I want to go forwards because we never.
I have no
the-
idea.
Yeah, the history books are not written for future.
Yeah, I know. Future would be so much cooler.
Like,
But
you feel me? Like we
it would-
have
I just
a little
don't
bit off
think-
the
Don't you
path.
think
Well,
that
you'll
even
like
if
what
you could
you
go
see.
into the future, that there's
Yeah, it
like
would
different
be- yeah.
futures?
Yeah,
Like it's a
definitely.
slim
There's a
chance
slim-
that you'll like what you
what he said,
see.
there's a slim
like a
chance.
very.
I wouldn't
not
want to
like
live
what you
with
see, there's
that.
a slim chance that there could be something that changes that future that we go to.
I'm
Yeah.
saying there's
And then there's a
like
whole new
you're
Like
more
butterfly
likely to
effect
just
shit.
go
Yeah,
into a
exactly.
world
Just
and
a
just be like,
hellhole.
yeah, just be like, what
just go
the
into
fuck?
a distant future. Like you feel me?
Like
I'm
Back
just-
to the Future makes it look cool, but I feel like it would be way
It's
like
not like
worse
that.
than
Yeah,
it would
that.
be a
no,
lot
for
more
sure.
scary.
It'd be
I
so
feel
much
like.
scary and stressful.
And
'Cause,
just like
Hey, it would be scary
sad.
to
It
go
would be
back
too
to the
sad.
Like
pyramids,
you're in
though.
a whole new world that you don't know nothing about.
Imagine
with
the
people trying to kill you,
pyramids.
you
It-
can't talk to nobody.
It's the same
Like,
thing.
yeah, you
I
feel
wouldn't
me?
ever want to change times just out of curiosity. I want to go back and live in a time period.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you're crazy.
I just want to watch.
Yeah,
that.
just wanna
where you
watch
could
for,
die
like-
at 25.
yeah, I just want to watch for like a couple
No,
months,
not like
maybe
I
a
would
month.
talking like
I-
go
the
back to the
longest-
baby
The longest
boomer
I would stay
times.
was a month.
They still,
Yeah.
I mean, that's better, but like
A month,
quality
bro.
of
Just like a
life is still gone up.
and then dip.
I don't think so. I think it's
But
definitely
month
gotten
still feels
easier
too
to
But
long.
back
like
then, people are
live.
still dying
Maybe
in
like
like the
a week.
60-year-olds.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they genuinely were happier back then. I feel like.
Bro, but then you're gonna have to figure out how,
How
to
far-
rob and how to.
How far in the future would you go?
How far in the future?
Yeah, like how many years?
As far as I could go.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? A couple, like
Nah.
1,000? Yeah,
Yeah.
like
It's
As
gonna
far
be
as I
like
could
that
go.
Futurama episode where they go so far they just sit back and watch the universe explode drinking
Yeah.
beer.
that
I'll
is
just, I'll
that's
go as far as
exact.
I could go.
That's crazy.
I'll go like somewhere like at least 1,000, like at least a couple hundred.
Yeah.
Like, cause there's no point of me going 50 years forward. Like,
Yeah,
fuck.
I know.
You could be alive for that
Yeah,
shit.
you feel me? And there's not gonna be really. I know for a fact, knowing how humans think and how humans move.
Yeah.
There's not gonna be no crazy ass.
Yeah, it takes
Like,
100 plus years
yeah,
for
you
some
feel me?
shit
So,
to kick
yeah,
off.
At least like
1,000
yeah,
years.
you feel me? At least like a couple 100,000 plus.
Nah, maybe like 500 years.
Yeah, five.
See,
plus.
I don't know if time travel is possible though. Like I don't really believe
Bro,
it.
I feel like one of these
Yeah.
episodes you said it like I mean you were just talking but
He was
like,
talking about like damn near teleportation.
But
though.
Yeah.
they really started building time machines.
But it doesn't make sense because think about it. When you travel in the past, you're
Oh.
still in your own present.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, but
there's a
that's why-
timeline where you got in a time machine and you're going forward in your life, but you're traveling back.
I was one.
That's why in the Avengers movie when they do it, they explain it that it's
Oh,
not
I
like
see.
Back to the
You
Future.
get what I'm
and
saying?
then that
And
means
that's why there's-
multiple realities.
You're not going
Yeah.
into the past because you're not. You would just turn into nothingness if
Yeah.
you actually went in the past because you didn't exist. So
But
you're
then-
on your own like present.
Yeah.
The multi like universe.
Oh, if you found out how to time travel.
If you actually time traveled,
You're still in your present.
yeah.
you
Even
would
though you're in the
change.
past.
You know, you
Yeah.
would physically unage.
it would
Like,
create
that's
a
why it
different
doesn't make
reality.
sense.
Yeah, but what's so cool? I was watching a Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking about this one big theory. Remember this one scientist talking about you won't be able to time like time travel won't be as people think. Like you can go back and go and see the pyramids. Like you can only travel back to time to when time travel was created.
I feel.
Like you feel me? And
Or
then
else
that-
it'll
and then
break
that's- and
it.
then-
It'll
and
just
then that-
break
Yeah,
it.
and then that's when the history of time travel starts.
Well, when
Like, you feel
when was
me?
time travel created? You know.
But
Hasn't-
what if
Hasn't been fully created yet,
but
so
what
we
if
don't
yeah,
know
it's
when that's
exactly.
gonna
Yeah,
start.
exactly.
what if it's been created like in certain like realities on a different planet?
Planet, yeah,
So then maybe you make it
Yeah,
on a
you
certain
might-
planet.
But
you can
also
still go
think
back.
about this: if you go back in time and change the past, everyone else will just like. It means you're the only one alive.
I feel like
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the universe is strong enough to guide.
Yeah, it's like a movie or
I feel like
robots.
like the universe is strong enough though to guide you to not fuck up big events that could fuck up the world.
Nah, but he's saying like even just changing literally anything, me
Yeah.
killing someone who's insignificant to society. Is
Like,
Yeah.
but like that would mean like you go back and change. We would all change without knowing. So who really
Yeah.
exists?
yeah, exactly.
you know what I'm
it
saying?
wouldn't
The
be
whole-
as real as this. Yeah,
I,
exactly.
in my opinion,
would be
that's
like a
explained
movie or some
by
shit.
like the multi-reality thing, where it's like if you go back and change something, the reality wasn't affected. It just creates a different one.
Yeah, or it just no, I believe in that. Like the infinite reality
Yeah.
shit. That makes sense to me, but time itself doesn't really make sense because like how can something
Time travel won't be real because
But-
you were pretty much debunking it. Yeah.
time doesn't make sense in
You want to know
general,
why
bro.
I think it's possible, but like who knows? Is because people didn't realize. You know when they like the UFO sightings and shit was like seen as real,
Yeah.
and they can't explain how the shit's traveling.
Mm-hmm.
That's either it's not an UFO or it's like a droid or whatever, or it's just operating outside our laws of physics. So
Yeah.
maybe it's just outside of our
Laws
comprehension.
of physics, yeah.
See, I
know what you're saying.
but just like time in general for time travel to be thing, it would mean time has to move forward or back. But like
Time doesn't move.
it doesn't
Yeah, this is
because
the
then
present.
for something to be in motion, it had to have had a starting point.
Yeah. time
But then
doesn't have
what
a start.
happened before the starting point? You know, to
That's the,
kickstart time.
that's, I've always asked myself that shit.
It doesn't make sense. Time itself really doesn't make sense. That's why I either feel like it's on a big loop or it's like on some multiverse, like everything is coexisting at the same exact
Like
time.
multiple
Or
realities.
maybe we live in a clock.
No, I think the clock was made by the man.
I kind of believe in the loop because if there's nothing before the Big Bang, I feel like before that there was just another Big Bang.
Well,
and
there's
it
a
just
theory about it that
cycles.
once we reach the end of time, it just starts reversing. It's called the Big Freeze. Everything freezes,
Yeah,
it
it's kinda like-
reverses, and it just goes throughout
It's
the
kind of like
process.
Mr. Nobody.
Exactly. That's
right when you
what it.
die,
That they were
you
talking
just
about that in that movie.
Go backwards.
Like that would make sense to me. Like, cause then time would have
But
a
would
start
we-
and a finish.
Would we wouldn't be awake for that process?
We'd be seeing our life moving backwards.
Really?
But we'd be feeling like we're
Yeah.
moving forward.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No,
Yeah,
Like that kind
kinda.
of, or would we be moving backwards?
That makes sense.
Yeah, or would we actually be moving backwards? You know?
Yeah.
Who knows, man? But like,
Yeah, that's
Like somebody reversing the tape, and then we just start again. Baby, just different world, just different like.
maybe it
generation.
resets, but like
Just
every like
reverse.
circumstance is different, so it's a different outcome every time.
Yeah.
Like with the multi theory, like you ever play a game where you
Where you
have
can play again,
choices
yeah,
and there'll
exactly.
be different
Then
endings.
you could play it again.
Imagine
it'd be a
that,
whole
but
different-
infinitely. Every single
Yeah.
decision every single person makes
That's probably what
affects
it's
the
like.
outcome.
That's probably what it's like. That's why you got people that feel like they haven't like past lives and shit. Because probably we just die, reverse, go
For
back,
real.
Yeah.
and then start again in a whole different
Like
generation.
it's like how in the games the endings and the paths are pre-written.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like you just when the game starts from the
Your
beginning of
choices
time,
change.
Yeah, you have
every choice
infinity,
will take
yeah.
you down a pre-written path. You know.
Yeah. Somebody's already been down this path, tried this before.
Because the infinite reality shit would mean like we really don't have free will, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
Like everything's kind of predestined, but there's different versions of like,
Yeah.
it's weird shit, bro.
No, I honestly think you have full control.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell.
It is hard to tell.
Because it could
actually.
be an illusion, you
Yeah,
know?
it could be, but
I guess it
I
doesn't.
think-
It doesn't
I think
really
if,
matter.
I think if you wanted to get up and try tomorrow, I think you could start making something for yourself.
Yeah, but it's hard to know
In
if
any
if
aspect.
like you made that decision or if that was
Yeah.
already a part of the.
I see.
Yeah.
I
Process,
see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of hard to tell, but it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day,
Yeah, it doesn't.
as long as you feel like you have control, then you have control.
I know what you're saying though. Yeah. Like it was pre-written for you to make that
Oh, I gotta roll
decision.
this. Yeah, just like I don't know. Free will is weird. But that life is just weird, but that's why you just gotta like focus on what you want to.
Roll with the punches.
Man, I'm finna get like air mattress for the podcast and then hold the mic while I lay on the air mattress.
We just need like
A lawn chair.
we
Yeah.
need like a reclining
hammock.
seat.
a little hammock.
Like a lazy boy. That
Oh
would
my
be so
God.
fun.
Yeah.
Four lazy boys. Imagine that.
That'd be crazy.
We're all just sitting here with our feet up.
Just like holding the mics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
That'd fun- that'd
insane.
funny as fuck.
That's kind of what the Jake Paul podcast is.
Nah,
like,
they
but-
just on our couch.
Yeah.
I was about to say, yeah, just
Four
do this shit
lazy
in the
boys
living
would be
room.
so
Well,
funny.
they're on, like,
your
the same
grandpa's
vibe.
chair. We all just post.
I feel like it would be too creaky though. Them shits are so loud for no reason.
No, we got the electric ones.
Yeah.
For real. Those ones ain't creaky.
I kind of want to come up with like ideas for like.
You
shit
need
we
to
could
speak into the
do.
mic.
I want to come up with ideas for like shit we could do,
Like what you mean?
like just more content, like just
Yeah.
cool shit we could do.
Vlogs.
I wanna
we can
start-
do. Oh, what you gonna say?
I was gonna say we can start watching stuff on this too,
On this, yeah, definitely review people's stuff.
type shit.
Yo, we should take trips, bro, and just do some random shit.
that would
in
be
random
dope.
states.
I'm fucking down.
Like just go Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
But like,
Yeah.
I want it to be super authentic though.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
you see me geeked as shit
Like,
at
have you
Mardi
seen it?
Gras.
That's what I'm saying. Have you ever seen Brandon Buckingham?
No.
Watch Brandon Buckingham.
Is it
Really
fire?
good. Yeah, he just dropped a video with him and his little commie. They just went to Thailand to try and break into one of the most haunted buildings in Thailand.
Yeah.
And then I won't ruin the video. I'll let you watch it, and then you gonna like that type of style.
Like
we
just
need to,
authentic.
yeah,
ass
authentic
shit.
stuff. Like we need to go.
Unfiltered.
Like we need to go to Mardi Gras and do like what they used to do with the videos, where they used to have all the naked ladies showing their boobs and stuff.
Just
Like
film everything.
yeah, film everything. Like us getting messed up
And then
to
just
the
break it
max.
down.
Yeah, like
Break
us
down,
getting
like,
shit faced.
10 hours of footage to
Footage,
like
yeah.
10
That's just good
minutes.
content,
Nah,
bro.
that's
People
just
want to
10,
see
20,
real
Yeah,
shit.
and then
Yeah.
then it's just all gold footage.
Would
Yeah,
it have to be on
exactly.
Patreon or something?
Yeah,
Only just blur it,
Patreon
and
could be
then-
the long, like Patreon could be like an hour video, and then YouTube can have like the cut down 30
Yeah,
And then
like
and then blur the
20.
titties, and then on
Yeah.
Patreon you can see
you
titties.
can see titties. Yeah, exactly.
That'd be sick.
But like that's what we should do. Like that.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that would really stick. More.
like a trip to
facts.
Mexico. or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
And we gotta go somewhere where we could do multiple things. Like go take a trip to Mardi Gras when there's like a concert there.
Yeah.
And then you can
Interview
do.
people.
And then there's
Make multiple videos.
Yeah, out
Yeah.
of that one trip.
Exactly.
That would be smart.
Well, I'm trying to end it off with some more music talk. Bro, Kodak said that he has like damn near albums worth of songs
Kodak
with Drake.
unreleased.
With Drake.
Holy, I believe
Yeah,
it.
He thought it was over, man.
That's a cool like duo though, kind of.
Kodak and Drake. He said they got how many songs?
He said damn near album.
Wait, so, a whole album?
He was like, he doesn't know what they're gonna do with it yet. Maybe put out an album, blah blah blah.
There's
So
got to be
people are
something about
speculating.
Kodak, bro, that these like industry old heads see. Like J. Cole was the same way. He was like
Yeah.
he fucked with Kodak and like saw his
It's just
value.
because he's himself.
Yeah, just he's
Yeah.
an artist.
Yeah. He's like Kodak.
Yeah.
And then he's got the poetry.
Yeah, but he's just didn't have guidance, I guess.
Kodak.
Man, I've been listening to him since I was like in 6th grade, like
Damn.
7th grade.
Dude, it's insane that he hasn't fallen off like one fucking bit after so many jail stunts and like
Yeah. It's 'cause
His,
he's Kodak.
his music's
Yeah.
been solid.
his music has been solid
crazy.
as fuck.
It's 'cause his personality sells.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And he was like the first one to kind of pioneer that.
Yeah, that's
That
type of
That real
personality,
flow
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, real shit out the.
Because it was Dade County and shit when he was coming out. Like
Yeah,
X
exactly.
and like
yeah.
SoundCloud shit.
He's like,
Nah, but he was out before X. Like no.
yeah,
He was
He's
out
been rapping
before
since he was a kid.
But I feel like he
Yeah,
really
he was
blew
rapping
up.
since like 14.
Yeah, even earlier than
I
that.
saw that. I was like watching some of his first shit. Like his first raps.
Like Kodak had been rapping for a couple years before X came out.
Yeah, for sure. But he kind of blew up in that same
Yeah, he
wave.
grew up with the sucker era.
Yeah, definitely.
Like the 2016 ciphers and that
Yeah.
whole era.
It is crazy. He's like you said, he hasn't fallen off, and he's one of the few Florida artists I feel like that's like at that level
Yeah,
Yeah.
without
yeah.
losing traction.
Yeah, definitely.
It's because
I
he was the
agree.
pioneer.
He's
You know what I'm
literally a
saying? Like,
superstar.
Anybody that you think came after him from like literally anybody. Like
Saw him first type shit.
well, yeah, like you could just directly. It's like Sosa with fucking Chicago.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's true as fuck.
Scooby.
or literally any sort of drill, I guess. Not really just Sosa. Like King Louis, anybody.
Yeah, like the first artist to blow from the city or like area.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's why I didn't really fuck with Dirk at first. Because like
Dirk was
he was
he's
different
more
than
au-
Chief Keef.
Yeah,
and
he's more
shit,
like auto
and I just
tune.
wasn't used to that from drill music.
I
I've always
really
liked
don't like
Dirk.
his music, but I
It's pretty
think
fire.
I think his new shit's fire.
You know, his dad was like a huge fucking
Yeah.
Crip.
Yeah.
Like he was like top dog. Like he knew fucking Larry Hoover,
Damn.
which is like the original like.
Larry Hoover, original GD. Original
Literally.
God damn.
Like his dad got caught with like an $8 million operation.
Like drug operation.
like-
Yeah, like in the hood, man's had like nice cars and
Prior to
shit.
the Rico.
That's like being rich, but like hood as fuck. That shit is wild.
Oh god.
His name was Big Dirk.
For real?
Yeah,
Then my name's pretty
Lil
fire.
Durk.
it is pretty fire
Shit.
That's crazy.
Well, shout out Lil Durk, I guess.
for real. And now the guy's like a motivational speaker type figure.
His dad or
Yeah, his dad.
that's crazy.
What, like he talks to kids?
He's like woke and shit. He doesn't talk to kids, but he talks about it and like to the youth really.
Mhm.
And he's like woke.
He's like, how not to get caught.
Yeah, or just like he's just on some spiritual old man
He's a
shit.
trash can.
I got you.
Alright, well, that's about good.
How long have we been going?
Motherfucking.
10 years.
Yeah, that's what.
We're damn near 3 hours.
Holy shit! I didn't expect us to have
Aight.
anything to say. Really.
Episode 5. We're
We're
out
wrapping
this
it up.
bitch.
Yes, sir. See
Yeah.
y'all episode 6, baby.
You're